Warm greetings from the High 10. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. It is in the wee hours here in the High 10. I'm going to try to hold on as best I can. It is now 2:39 Eastern Standard Time. This is part 2 of the live that I just ended. Did Brian Laundrie kill Crystal Turner and Kylen Schulte? Lord have mercy. I'll drop the link. I don't know what the hell's going on, but this is becoming a very weird live up here. With the said information from somebody saying they're a neighbor. It was an accident. I'd like to know, how did this person know that there was an accident? If Mr. Laundrie has not spoken with anybody, how in the world would anybody know what happened out in Wyoming except for the dead person and Mr. Laundrie? Thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during the live. Thank you for following the queen. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm going to get you all up here in just a second. Thank you. Thank you all for coming back. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. I'm going to drop the link. If you ever never spoken on this channel, feel free to hit the link and give your said commentary. Please be respectful of the host and the chat. Do not curse on the live streams, as so we don't get the video flagged. Amen. Thank you. And thank you for sharing the content. There's some funny stuff going on tonight. I don't know why people come in late with stuff, because that's when I started getting leery about said information. This is starting to be some weird looking stuff going on. I don't know what's going on, but oh Lord. Yeah, 6J. Hold on, you guys. Drop it here in just a second. Yes. Okay. We'll see who's real and who's not. If they decide to contact the queen and tell the queen what they have to tell me, I will roll with it. Well, this is expected when you're talking about true crime. All types of people come out the woodworks. That's the way it goes. Hello, Patty. How you doing, baby? Hello, Jackie. Hello, Libby. Big Sexy 71. Reese, I don't know what you're talking about, honey. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Tara. No, I don't do the memberships. All my information is free to the public. You don't need to be a member to hear what I have to say, because I'm not talking about anything but the truth to my knowledge. So I don't want to charge anybody on YouTube to be a member for anything. You're welcome to donate to the channel if you want to. That's it. Thank you, sweetheart. Hello, Christina. You was with them at the lawyers. Oh, yeah, I know. I got to go I got a drink. You know what? Nikki, come on now. You're not going to do this. Why would you be at the lawyers with the Laundries? Are you somebody else? Because this is not making any sense now. And I'm not going to play these games, so I'm not engaging now. I'll call you. I'll call you in the morning when you're up, and that way I'll see who you are. And I really don't want to call you because I rather prefer that you call me on IG. So download the IG app, Instagram, And I will talk to you face to face on Instagram. That is the only way I will converse with you. My terms, my way. Joe, are you listening to all this? Joe, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Joe. Turn your mic on. I can't hear you. Hello? Still can't hear you, honey. You can donate to my channel. $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All donations are accepted. Thank you all so much. I think Joe's having a problem with his microphone. Hold on, you guys. Okay, let me get Joe up here. I can't hear you, baby. Yes, Donna, so true. Let me check my other video. Okay, Kelly, hold on, baby. Hold on, you guys. I got 50,000 things going on at one time. Hold on. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for the donation, baby. I appreciate that. Nikki, we heard that. But see, where I have the problem is, why would you be going to their lawyer's office? Are you friends with the Laundries? That's what we're asking, because it's a pertinent question. You're in my chat saying you believe it was an accident. So one would have to say, how do you know it was an accident? Why are you with the Laundries going to the lawyer's office? Why would they choose you to go to the lawyer's office? This is a private situation between their child with a fraud charge. One, I'd like to know who called them to tell them about the fraud charge, because nobody knew about Miss Petito or the fraud charges. Nobody knew except for Mr. Laundrie and the dead woman. So now you come in my chat telling me it was an accident. You went to the lawyer's office with these said people. Why would they choose you to go to the lawyer's office? It's a private situation. Turn the mic off. You ready? Joe, I don't know what's going on with your microphone. I told you I've been friends with them all. But what we're saying is, but why would they choose you? Because you do know the situation is severe, and this man is being now a person of interest, suspect in a woman's death. Well, it's not New York, you all. This is in Florida. What is wrong? What are y'all saying? Joe's going to try to work on coming up here. Brian asked me to go. So what is your relationship with Brian? Are you single? Are you married? Do you have children? How old are you? Why would Brian Laundrie ask you to go to the lawyer's office? I'm not going to engage in this because I don't know who you are. And you all stop talking. Y'all stop talking because we don't even know who, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know if this is a fake person in the chat or not. So stop engaging. Until you hit the link and come up on my platform to speak, I don't know who you are. The link is working because Joe's up here, so it does work. Okay. Crystal's on the highway, so she can't call. And I got to call her and tell her what the hell's going on here. Yeah, stop talking. Because you're making it worse. Because we don't even know who this person is in the chat. Could be anybody just making up stuff. So I'm not engaging anymore. I'm not being played by nobody. You take that back to the Taliban. Oh, girl, give me a call because this second line then got damn ridiculous. So please get a queen a call. Thank you, baby. Y'all must think I was born yesterday. What did I just say? I talk to you one-on-one. You tell me what you need to tell me. But you can't talk to the queen one-on-one. I can't see your face. It means nothing to me. See, you people don't really know the queen. But you can get to know me. Yeah, well, you know what, Nikki, that's what you said the last time. Okay, bye, you're leaving. You came back. All I'm saying is I'm not going to indulge this back and forth with you because I can't hear your voice. I can't see your face. So you could be a random person just in the chat making up stuff. That's just common sense. You can't expect me to sit here and really believe you are this person. That was the purpose of me asking you to hit the link and you could come up and explain whatever you wanted to explain. The rules are the same for everybody. The rules are the same for everybody. Did Brian Laundrie kill these two women out in Utah? What is the sad information? I've brought you enough information earlier for you to connect the dots of Crystal Turner and Kylen Schulte. What are the odds? If you weigh the odds of 30 people in a room, at a store, at a wedding, at a funeral, at a bar, two people show up dead in the bar, another person shows up dead that's connected to a person who could have been in the bar or they was also in the bar. Two are from the opposite sides of the globe. Two are from the town where they're found dead. Stay woke. Or the area, the demographic. What are the odds? A soul survivor says her last name is MYOB, means mind your own business. Well, it doesn't really matter. Kelly, I don't have time to be doing all that, baby. I'm live. Please, please, please. That's what people don't understand when I'm live. I can't give my attention to other things because I'm trying to focus on the live, the people chatting. I'm having to do all this. I'm having to do 5, 6 different things at one time. It's time consuming. You all don't really understand that. It's not to be rude, but I can't do 5, 6 different things at one time. I don't know who that is. Thank you, 101. Yes, Tara. Hello, Jennifer. Don't mind me. I'm checking on something, you guys. Well, just about every day, baby. I go live pertaining to this information here. Don't y'all worry yourself about that. Yes, Auntie T. Hold on, you guys. Trying to check something out. Yes, one would run away. Yes. Well, we don't have a autopsy yet on Gabby. Well, Soul Survivor people be on their phones all the time, honey. That's nothing new. Outlaw, somebody was already up here. I don't know why you can't get on. Yeah, I didn't want to mention that. I don't know. But yeah, I did see that in the queue yesterday that John Wall said she was beat to death. So my thing is, how would he know? Because that has not been released to the public. I don't know, Outlaw, why I would say that. I did ask that, Jennifer. Is it possible that he had a problem with gay people? Well, somebody just came up here. Joe was just up here, so there's nothing wrong with the StreamYard. Joe had something issue with his microphone. So it's not the StreamYard. Well, Perfect 10, we can't get along because we're talking about people who have killed somebody, and then you got people who like to clout chase. So you all bets are off, honey, when you're talking about true crime. Because you don't know people. I keep trying to tell people that. You don't know anything about anything. Because we have sick people out here that like attention. You don't know people. And I've heard just about enough of Brian Laundrie to last me a lifetime. Hold on one second. Honey, the link was working. I'm trying to tell you all. Somebody was already up here. So that means the link had to be working for them to get up here. Outlaw. Hello?
Working?
Yeah. It was been working. You just something was wrong with your microphone. Because that's why I told people I know it worked because you were up here.
Yeah, but it wouldn't let me talk, Angie, though.
Well, that's probably Brian Laundrie. Maybe he worked for the devil, so the devil go infiltrate. Come on, stay woke.
Yeah. I even rebooted my phone, restarted it. I tried getting into the link. It kept saying DNS link problem, unable to link
Well,
device.
it could be something with the link, but I just know that you were up here, and
I agree.
Only thing was is I couldn't get the volume. But let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about the Queen for y'all that don't know me. I give anybody a chance to speak, talk, whatever. I don't have to agree with you.
Yeah.
But one thing about the Queen is I'm woke all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I believe everything that somebody says because I indulge you. Don't mean that I believe what you're saying. Listen, do you understand what I'm saying?
What did I say? That was on
not you. Not you.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm making sure I ain't getting cussed out on a chat.
No, you're not being cussed out. What I'm trying to let the commenters know. I'll invite you to come up because this is why I tell people to stop texting. See, I'm not a texter. I don't care to text. Anybody that fool with me know how I am. I don't want to text you. I'm 50 years old. I don't want to text you. You got something you want to say to me? Call me.
Yeah.
Don't send me no damn text. I'm not.
Speaking of that, did you ever? You were supposed to look the other. We spoke a couple days ago. We talked about the interview with Sue, the hunter lady, the lady that found Kylen. Remember, I had the timestamp for you, 1950, where she says, "You don't remember? You again?"
I done went to Toledo, Ohio.
Okay, all right.
You have to think about all the stuff I try to keep up with, Joe.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just trying to help you juggle like some of the stuff that I see.
Keep up with. That's what people don't understand about this stuff.
On 3 days ago on Pascal's show, he interviews Cindy Lou Hunter's her name. She's the one that finds Kylen. And at 1950, in his video, she gives like the walking up and finding Kylen in the stream. And that's when she talks about the Gatorade being strewn about everywhere. And it was bad enough that she noticed it when there was a dead body there. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I thought it would be of interest. I really did.
Well, I mean, but you know, people, everybody don't see and notice stuff the way somebody else would. Maybe that was strange to her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. But like, maybe it was strange because it was strange.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like the brain notices things that
Yes,
maybe
it
you don't
does.
consciously
And that's
even
the
really
thing.
know.
What she noticed, somebody else wouldn't have picked up on. It would have been
Yeah,
no big deal.
exactly.
It could have been a random person and be like, oh, you know, they're looking at the dead person. They ain't looking at no damn soda pop bottles or nothing like that.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I don't even know forensics would pay attention to be honest.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's
but they would take it in. But they would take
supposedly
it
there
in.
was people staying there within days in the crime scene back in that site. It was open back up.
Okay.
Tell me how much they really investigated that crime scene.
Well, we don't know, baby. We can't say.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Supposedly one FBI lady came out, and that's it. That's
You
what
know
they
damn well
reported.
2 dead people. It was more than one FBI agent.
That is what was reported, though. I'm just saying, like, that people were all up in arms that like the Gabby gets all these people. Brian
And I
Laundrie's
get
been
that.
falling
I mean, because
everywhere.
you have a lot of African American and indigenous people who are crying. You know that there's so many people are missing: black, white, Indian, Hispanic, and
But
other races, and
there's
they're not
more
getting
to
the
it.
same attention.
Yeah, there's more to it than that. There's this case is because of all of the things to dissect. There's videos, there's dash cams. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That adds to it. And like, people are talking about it. Like, I saw him here. If people don't say nothing, nobody ever knows that you
Yeah,
ran into
I
this
heard something
person.
yesterday about so many people at a wedding. If you have any
Yeah, yeah, 100
information
people.
that the girls or somebody was near a wedding that took place, so maybe
Quarter
you
mile.
saw
Quarter
something.
mile.
Okay.
Dude says it's a quarter mile away. And if they were shot, you would hear that a quarter mile away.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
with
and
little
my
380 or
understanding is
whatever.
that they were shot a couple of times, so you will definitely
Yeah,
hear.
yeah, yeah. I think one was shot once, one was more than once, but it's still
Yeah,
a
one
gunshot
of them was
carries.
shot more than once.
Yeah, yeah, a gunshot carries a long way. Like, it's like a, it's a boom. You know what I mean? It's not like a firecracker. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
like
like,
I was saying,
but even a scream should travel a
I
quarter
want
mile.
people to know that I let people talk, but I watch everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I watch everything in your comments. I watch the way you word things. Queen stays woke. And one thing I have learned about social media is that you have a lot of people who are bored. You have a lot of people that are clout chasers. You have a lot of people who are involved in the case and they will put fake names up and come in the chat. They'll steal other people's names who comment a lot. Sick people will watch people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sick
Yeah, yeah.
people watching sick people. So there may be a Brian Laundrie actually in the chat pretending to be somebody else. He's got friends, woo woo woo, that's in cahoots. So you don't know. You got people that just want to be messy.
Yeah,
So you don't know who you're talking to. And I tell people that all the time when people get mad and get offended.
Angie,
I don't know you.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you, Angie. I'm almost 47, and I grew up. I was convinced my neighbor, like when I was like a teenager, was gonna grow up to be a killer. He was weird. So I've been like fascinated ever since, but it's more to like find them out. I don't ever I don't have a violent side to me at all. Like, it's kind of lucky because like I have ADHD, so I have like really good temper control because I'd be dangerous if I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a small guy. You know what I mean? Like, I had to learn like temper control, like how like be peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Like, to control my own energy. So
Yeah.
but I've been fascinated with them, like how they're wired different than me and I don't understand them, but it makes me interested that I don't understand them. You know what I mean? Like, what makes me kind to an animal and somebody else cruel to one? Like, I don't get that.
Well,
And I try to
everything
understand
starts,
that.
as Dr. Phil has said before, everything starts as a child. Your
Yeah.
identity is formed as a child.
Yeah.
And when you hear the horrific things of the mind with rapists, serial killers, child molesters, sadists, everything started as a child.
Yeah, no,
Anything that was done to him or her was done as a child. What they saw was as a child. How they was treated was as a child. So you form your identity as a child.
Yeah, but I like grew up basically like almost like a profiler kind of thing, like a little minor one. Even his brother, I ran into in the grocery store like 4 or 5 years ago. This is where we were kids. We're talking 30 something years ago. And I ran into his brother, and I was like, you know, man, like I hadn't seen him in years. I was like, man, I was convinced that your brother was going to grow up to be a killer. Literally, the kid would pick up roadkill and like put that skulls in alcohol. Like there's weird stuff. You know what I
Where's
mean?
the guy now, Joe?
I I know his brother is. I don't know where he is. I haven't talked to him. Like, but literally, like he was like scary. Like, and he was like a little small guy. It's always the little guys that are like seem like they snap. Like they don't get it respect as a man. I think so. Sometimes they start mistreating women because they're small. It's always them little guys that have something to prove, and like you know what I mean. Like I was like almost 6 feet tall when I was 13 years old. I've been big my whole life. I'm not huge, but I walk in a room, I don't get treated like people don't look at me sideways. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That imprints on maybe more on a man than a woman, but you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like it seems like
For
all
one,
these
we
little
don't
guys.
know. See, this is the problem. We do not know any of the people in the story. We don't know Brian Laundrie. We don't know how he was treated as a child. We don't know his parents. We don't know his sister. We don't know what he went through growing up in New York. So we don't know anything.
Yeah, honestly, if his hatred is towards women, I would lean towards the mom. Because if you look at all these major cases, like even look at what's his name? Oh, that huge guy. He was like soft
Okay,
spoken.
Bernadette.
What's that?
I was reading something. Somebody said Bernadette said something about that the bar put up a post at Woody's bar, and it doesn't seem like they're interested in investigating properly. I don't know. See, the thing I keep trying to tell you all, the police does not
Oh,
have to tell you
Edward
anything.
Kemper.
You all are waiting for the police to tell you stuff. They're not going to tell you anything.
Yeah, if you look at Edward
They can't
Kemper,
do that.
Edmund Kemper, that's what I was thinking of. Really soft spoken, 6'9", was like the co-ed killer guy. He like would literally kiss up to the cops too, and he had like a hatred. He like of women. Like he literally was killing women. But I think it's like a lot of people think it's because he describes it because his mom mistreated him. Like she would lock him in the basement and stuff. So I don't know. Like hatred of women don't come from nowhere. You know what I mean? Like some
Well, we don't know.
women.
The father could have mistreated the mother. The mother could have been mean or mean. So you don't
Yeah,
know
but
because we don't have anybody coming out to say
yeah, but
this is what the parents are like.
you would redirect where your hate was. If he had a hatred of men, I would understand him being abused by his dad, but he's got a hatred of women or like at least lack of value in them. Like he literally treated Gabby like a mannequin, I think, in a lot of ways. They said he had photos of wedding photos, like of other models and stuff like that, modeling wedding dresses. And a lot of the poses that Gabby was in, supposedly in the same poses. It's really
Where are you
strange.
getting that from, Joe?
Oh, I have no idea. My brain is full of this
But you
mess.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People are
yeah.
taking stuff from their post and assuming they know Gabby and Brian.
Yeah, no, I know. I
See, and
don't.
that's where the problem comes in because we don't know them. We don't know anything about them. All you got is some drawings, something about a damn book. But
Yeah,
before that, if you'd have seen that somewhere else, you wouldn't really gave it a damn thought. You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, I agree.
And
I
I tell
agree.
people that.
Just like the video, just like the body cam video. You mean to tell me that everybody's like nitpicking apart the cops didn't do their job? Like
They couldn't do anything but two things. They said that's the law. I could cite you or arrest you. But in the end, you can't stop that girl from getting back with him. She did it anyway. She proved that.
that altercation like that little spat fight they had, I wouldn't have thought nothing of it. I've seen worse fights in Walmart.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it
People
opens up a weird thing, like
have been
literally.
beat to sleep by a person and went right back and let them in their house.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter about you go over here, stay in a hotel, do this. It's common sense. They were seen 15 days later in a restaurant.
I honestly think he bolted after killing the girls and then flew home and then came back. And I think he had to get rid of Gabby because she figured out that she knew she dropped him off near there. That's my theory. I think he was so fascinated with killers. That's why I was talking earlier about him like visiting places. Like, why would you go like on sightseeing tour or where all these killers were? Unless you were like, he was dark. You know what I mean?
What killers? What are you talking about, Joe? What killers?
Even where they went, remember they went to the sand dunes? That's Chris Watts sand dunes where they were at in Colorado. You know what I mean? It's like they were like meeting, like hitting all these like hot spots on the map of where stuff happened.
But you got to
He's not
understand, a lot
one.
of us aren't going to think about that if we don't know about that. We're just
Yeah,
thinking these people went across country to scenic
yeah.
places. Because all the places I named were scenic places.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's a problem in those parks, anyways. Like people keep disappearing. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
I'm
like,
actually, Joe, to the point. Did he kill the two girls?
I think so. Like, I don't know what else. Supposedly, there's another guy that was on the loose around June, but I I don't see anybody else like having an issue with those two women and just some random
But
killer
see, you
going to
got to
a
remember,
wedding.
it's more than just the two women. We got Mr. Lowry who killed him. They're trying to say once again he's not connected. So we
Yeah,
got to
but we
wait on
don't
the
know how he
autopsy
died
for
yet.
Mr.
He could have
Lowry.
died of heat stroke.
Yeah,
He
we
could have had
could
a
have.
heart attack on the
As
trail.
we
You know what I
said,
mean?
we got to wait on the autopsy
Yep, yep.
for Mr. Lowry, and that way we can see if he died, of natural causes out there. But it's still suspicious that you've got this, and this.
Yep.
Colorado
Supposedly,
Springs, that's still
Moab,
close. That's a place
yep.
where they were. They were in Colorado.
Moab hadn't had a murder since 1996, according to another channel. So they don't really have the means to even deal with it. You know what I mean? They deal with like tourists and little stupid arguments. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, Reese.
Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Somebody said he was attacked by a grizzly bear. Could have been a false news update. No, there's nothing about him being attacked by a bear because I went into Google before I went live originally. There's no update on them. The ladies, there's no update on Mr. Lowry about no grizzly bear that I know of. Lord,
I have to switch over my tablet to use it.
Okay. Strange stuff.
Yeah, I want to see like the plane ticket. I want to know what like happened when he came back. You know what I mean? Like that's the strange thing to me because
What you mean? He came back from where, baby?
when he flew back from Salt Lake City back home to Florida for a while for like that 10-day
Who
period.
said he flew from Salt Lake City?
That's where Gabby was staying.
Salt Lake City,
Utah. Yeah. That's what it was reported.
Okay,
that's
so
where
that
Gabby
makes
was staying.
sense. Well, let Queen go there.
Holiday won't confirm that she was there, but they had before.
Just listen. Grand Teton to the National Arches is 8 hours and 23 minutes.
Okay.
So
Correct.
you want me to now go Google Arches to Salt Lake City because you know I'm getting ready to. That's why I'm telling you.
It was what was reported on it. I think it was
Can't believe everything you hear. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
How far is the National Arches to Salt Lake City, Utah? Three hours and 39 minutes. So how she get to Salt Lake City?
Well, she had the van while he flew back.
We don't know that.
Well, how did she get there then? She didn't abandon it.
Listen, Joe, that's the whole point of
we don't know
nothing. Because as I told you all, I'm trying to form a timeline. That's the 12th. The girls are in a bar on the 13th, also in Utah.
Yep.
Some guy's creepy. Who's that guy? See, we don't know where Gabby stayed for real. We don't know how she got there. We don't know if she was in the van and she kept her van. We don't know if he kept the van and stayed in a hotel. He looks like the orchestrator, perhaps, of this storyline. So who's to say she got took over here, dropped off over here? We don't know. Everybody keeps saying, I see this in a video. He got dropped off. Well, did you see the damn van? That's what I want. Did you see a van with either person at a hotel?
Yeah. There should be video of that. And FBI should be able to get video of him, somebody going to the airport, everything. You know what I mean?
Somebody true says Gabby was seen leaving a hotel in Salt Lake City. Okay, well, all I'm trying to make y'all understand is that's the nearest hotel 3 hours away.
No, but that's where the airport is.
Okay, I'm just still saying.
Yeah, no, I agree.
From the park. That's still a long way. You mean to tell me you're in this city But yet you go 3 hours to stay in a hotel. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense.
Well, if somebody had to fly out and she was there waiting for him, I don't know why he would have to go home. If he did go home, I don't
what I'm
get it.
saying is, focus, baby. Focus on the day they had the altercation.
You don't need
Why
a hotel.
would
You
you
gotta
go
be in.
3 hours to a hotel when somebody's telling me, hey, go cool off, separate from Brian? How would you get somewhere 3 hours? Why would you go that far to cool off? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're
I
not
think
going to go 3 hours.
I don't think he was cooling off from her. I think he was cooling off from killing that couple.
You're not gonna, but you got to remember, that's not a cool off because you're not listening. The 12th is when they had the altercation at the Arches Park. The 13th is when the girls were at the bar.
They were found at the 18th, I believe, or 17th or something.
Okay, but you still got to correlate the 12th and the 13th though. The 12th is the incident at the Arches. The 13th is when the girls were at the bar. So this is why you try to tell everybody. You can hear all these rumors all you want. You got to try to piece together, one, where was this one? Where was that one? How did they get here to there? How could he possibly got to the bar? How did he get there?
The bar was right down the road from him.
You got to be able to drive because there's no way he's on foot doing anything felonious.
He could have got, in 7 minutes, he could have got to the bar. Now, he would have needed a ride to the campsite, though.
That's my point. Go ahead, Trucker.
I'm starting to think about this. You guys are opening up a lot of questions that I'm seeing now. If he took a flight, you got to figure flight out Salt Lake to Florida is almost 12 hours. So that's going to be a 2-day round trip. So how did he get from Salt Lake to Florida and back in less than 1 day?
Well, I keep trying to tell everybody. You can listen to 1,000 stories about he said, she said, this one was over here, that one was over there. Nobody has confirmed nothing.
Yeah. That's one of the things that's frustrating about how the police handle stuff. Because they
Nobody's
don't want to
confirm nothing.
Yeah. But I guarantee a lot they rely on us to find all this information. Like the dash cam people, like they're the reason they even found Gabby in the first place. It wasn't the FBI that found them. Like they need to open up and tell some more stuff sometimes and let us know, and like maybe we can help. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's me. The incident is first at the park, baby. That's on the 12th. The Arches. That's in Utah. She's found dead 15 days later or so, or afterwards, way up the road, September, in Wyoming. So just like you're trying to make y'all understand, these kids were traveling a lot. They were everywhere. Wyoming is nowhere near the National Arches. It's 8 hours, 23 minutes away.
Angie, I was a truck driver for like 20-something years. I put 650 miles, 700 miles in a day. It ain't that bad.
It is bad for somebody when you start talking about dead bodies and stuff. A trucker.
Oh, yeah. I mean the travel part.
Yeah, but we're not talking about it. But we're not talking about a trucker's life. We're talking about random people driving in a van. What I'm trying to make everybody understand is that these kids were everywhere. They were jumping from place to place to place to place. And somebody has sent me information of a lot of missing people. Not a lot, but a few. And they're happening in the same places of where these kids touched down. That's why they sent me the information. What I'm saying is you got to make it all make sense.
Yeah, even if you was a truck driver, Joe, if from Florida to Wyoming, if you're on vacation and if you want to sightsee and never been out there, it's going to take about 4.5, 5 days for somebody to get up there to Wyoming.
Oh yeah, no, that's a haul. Like I did California to Boston. It took me 4.5 days.
You can't make me understand why somebody's going to go 3 hours from the Arches to a hotel in Salt Lake City. Why would I go way up there unless I'm getting ready to probably leave?
Maybe she was going to leave too. I don't know. But the
point is she ain't went nowhere. She found dead 8 hours back or probably 11 hours back in Wyoming.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm trying to make everybody understand. Something's off. Something is way off with this whole story.
Well, she did go back though, because on the whatever, like he flew back in supposedly on the 24th. They had the fight on the 27th. at that barbecue place, the Piglets, Mary Piglets or whatever. So she obviously like made it back to a certain point anyway. You know what I mean?
So that's the thing. We don't even know what the fuck happened on the 27th. We know somebody said something was said, blah, blah, blah. So I also brought information that sometime before he's gone to Florida, which is way before the 27th. What are you doing going to Florida?
Yeah, why are you emptying out all her stuff too?
Okay, but the message that was sent to me, it doesn't even say anything about no storage for her. They're making it sound like it was the father's storage.
Yeah. I don't know. Just strange.
See, this is another suspicious. It really stinks. I think this was a smoke screen. I think his dad and somebody else had to put the Gabby stuff in the storage. I really don't think he flew home because I was trying to look up, track the plane and the manifest to see if he was, but it doesn't. I can't come up with it.
Well, Profiling Evil, he did bring up. If you go to his channel, he did bring up a city and a flight to somewhere out there to the western Florida, and he's got it at about $800 round trip.
Yeah, but that's a quote, not a receipt.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, you're going to have to use a guesstimate because you don't have no receipts. So he just looked up, I guess, different flights and stuff. But but the point is still remaining. Why are you going there? Why are you going there mid-trip?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound logical. I'm with my girlfriend on a van trip, but somewhere during this trip, in the middle of this trip in August, I go fly back to Florida for what reason and stay gone about 6 days and come back. Where is Miss Petito in this 6 days? Come on, y'all.
I don't know. I had a feeling
you gotta make it make sense.
I think he was doing weird stuff with his phone, to be honest. I think he was filming stuff or whatever. Like he may have like filmed the murder or something.
Let me say it again. Oh man.
I had ADHD. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry.
It's not you. It's just that people keep repeating the same thing in the chat.
Yeah.
And you gotta think about why somebody is flying mid. Come on. He's driving in the middle of a trip with his girlfriend. Why are you going back in the middle of a trip?
Because he needs mommy and daddy to figure out how to get him out of murder.
Well, even that, if I was in buying shoes with Gabby, heck, I wouldn't even plan the flight back. I would spend up to 2 weeks out there sightseeing and all that.
Here we go. We're gonna start it from the beginning.
Yeah, I got a bounce, Andy. My phone's gonna die.
Well, call me back.
All right, bye.
June. Okay, he's got to go. Okay, so it's just me and Outlaw up here. Come on, here we go. June. Something about a Joe Petito move from Long Island, New York to Florida in order to be closer to Gabby. They say Joe. I don't know what they mean. Anyway, okay. 6/17, the couple go to Blue Point for Gabby's brother's graduation. June 17th. 7/2, the couple departs from Blue Point, New York on a cross-country trip, expecting to end on Halloween in Oregon. 7/4 to 7/5, Monument Rock, Scott City, Kansas. 7/8, Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is where the angel picture is, at 2511 West Colorado. 7/10, Great Sand Dunes, Moscow, Colorado. 7/16 to 7/19, Zion National Park, Springdale, Utah. 7/20, Instagram post, Cedar Breaks National Monument, Utah. 7/21 to 7/24, Bryce Canyon National Park, Tropic, Utah. 7/26, Mystic Hot Springs, Monroe, Utah. 7/29, Campsite, BLM 378 Willow Springs Road, Grand County, Utah. Okay? 7/29, Campsite, say it again, Willow Springs. 7/29 to 31, Canyonlands National Park, Mesa Arch, Instagram post, Moab, Utah. 12 days absent from Instagram. 8/9, Gabby State's Instagram photo posted 8/12 was originally taken today. 8/10, Gabby confirms in text message to Brian's sister they're in the Arches. 8/10, Jay Foster allegedly met BL and GP and talked for roughly 40 minutes. It was during this interaction where Jay says BL gave him a skateboard. Jay said BL gave him a skateboard. Okay, 8/12, Arches National Park, Moab, Utah. Instagram post. 8:12, Moab City. Police department responds 1640 to the Arches National Park to a report by 911, 1630 local time, Moab, Utah, of a domestic incident involving the couple called in by a third party. This was on the 12th of August. August 12th to the August 13th. Brian taken by police. Brian Instagram post. Bowen Motel location verified in police video. Moab, Utah. 8:13. Brian's last post on Instagram. August 13th. His last post on Instagram. 8:17 through 8:23, which is 6 days. Brian helps his father in Florida with his storage unit via something scratched out Fairfield Inn. I don't understand what that means.
All right, right there. 4.5, 5 days right there gives him time to fly home and fly back.
So we're still talking about 6 day stretch. If we're to believe this timeline of 8:17 to 8:23, he goes to Florida to help with a storage unit. Why would he be gone that long? How did he get there? And where was Gabby Petito? Because this is still before the 27th of August. Okay, truth. But was she there for 6 days? Is what we're trying to say. Where was she for the 6 days if we're to believe this manifesto? This information.
Yeah, she would have to be in the hotel.
Right. So why would I stay in a hotel while my boyfriend is gone? Stay woke. Bernadette said he probably took the keys to the van when he flew to Florida. Could have.
Could have. Very well possible.
I don't know what to think. I just think it's something fishy. I need a receipt about this trip to Florida. Because that means he left her alone in somewhere for 6 days, 2 days. It's all the same. Why?
At least 5.5 days there. Missing time gap right there.
Listen, it doesn't matter to me how long Brian was gone, if he was gone to this day, that day. Why would she stay? This is where I have the problem. Why would you stay more than 1 day away from him if indeed he went in the middle of the August to go fly back home to get rid of her stuff? That leads me to think he was planning to get rid of her. Why would you stay? Why didn't you get in that van and drive home or call your father to come meet you to help you drive your car back to New York?
Bingo, there's the key question.
That's it.
Did he offer before they reached Wyoming?
Say it again, trucker.
I said, did he offer kill her before they hit Wyoming? Because she didn't want to be in a panic and hysterical and all the other things. So did he actually do something?
I don't know anything about a friend named Rose, sweetheart.
They're starting to think.
So listen, whether she loved him, it still don't make no sense why I'm going to sit anywhere for day 1, day 2, 6 days in a hotel, a van, waiting for my boyfriend to come back. Why would he leave? What reason would he give to leave? Day 2, day 3, day 6. You see where I'm going? Why am I sitting here waiting for you? What reason would he give to keep me staying here to wait for you? And we took this trip together. That's why I said, is it even true that he flew to Florida?
Something right there stinks.
Yeah, it stinks. Yeah, it makes no sense she would wait.
Boy, especially the way Gabby is. I mean, she had her heart full of love with him and everything else, and being separated for a day, I could see. But after a second,
Not 6 days. Not 6 days, trucker. No way in hell.
But after a second or
That's
third
hard.
day, you'll be going into hysterical mode.
Yeah. Perfect 10, I have no idea. All I know is somebody came in the chat a week ago saying her mother or somebody said that Brian was emptying her stuff into a storage unit. But that's why I said I need a receipt to know that Brian actually left out west to go back home during this trip and then double back. Because there are no receipts to say Brian ever left that area. But what's interesting is somebody in this commentary sent me this, that he jumped off of Instagram the 13th. But see, what you have to ask yourself also, how often did he post? Did he post alongside her when she was posting? So you have to know all those things. This is a weird case. Lord.
Yeah. Another thing is Brian was too controlling, and he would actually take her phones away and all that. So and like I said, I'm trying to find the plane manifest. It is actually a public forum, but I can't find it.
Can't find what, Trucker?
The plane manifest. All the people were boarded on it. It is public if we can find it.
Well, Sunset, I hear what you're saying. But what I'm saying, logically speaking, why would I sit and wait for somebody that I've had a problem with for days on end? I can't understand the mindset of that. And even your parents, they would be stupid to fly you back and empty her stuff out. And then you say what to your parents? She left me, blah, blah, blah. But then when you left, they'd have to ask you then, well, where are you going? See where I'm going?
Yeah.
So what did you tell your parents?
There's like 3 questions, but
what did he tell his parents? Why he is coming home and emptying out her stuff. You mean to tell me where were they when you were emptying out her stuff and putting it in storage? Well, where are you going with her stuff? Why are you putting it in storage? And then you jump back on an airplane, and then I'm your mom and dad. I'm not going to ask you where the hell you going to. You're moving her stuff out the house, but you're flying back to her. That's why I tell everybody, stay woke. Think. It doesn't make sense. You go home to empty somebody's stuff out. They're looking. Aren't they asking questions?
And as a parent, that would throw a red flag.
Yes, it's a red flag. You're leaving her, but you're going back out to her? Man. Like you're saying, Queen, we need a receipt that he actually made that flight for those days, because he could have just told Gabby he was doing that and went on a killing spree. Cat lady, very true. If he left, why did he not say something to anyone about him going, she would have reached out to someone? Yes. Some women are just like that. My kid's daddy killed his brother and went to prison for 6 years, and he used to beat me. I was a man, and my dumb self waited on him. Okay. They had split up. I think she begged him to come back. See, that was one of my hypotheticals. They fell out on the trip on the whatever. I can't keep up. 27th. He left. They talked at some point. He'd already emptied her stuff out. And then they made up, and he went back. 2 weeks later, something jumps off on the 27th at that piglet place, and then he kills her. Because I told you it could go 2 ways. No, Perfect 10, I don't follow that, honey. He either fell out with her, flew back home, dumped her stuff, they made up, he went back in good faith, hoping it worked out, or 2, he decided, I want to be done with her, and he went back deliberately to kill her. It's one of the 2.
Or both.
Well, That's how I'm looking at it. If there's proof he flew back to leave her, get rid of her stuff. They made up. He flew back. Things still jumped off. 2 weeks later, he killed her, or he flew back to deliberately kill her to show her who he meant business. Truth agrees with the first one that they made up and he went back, but he had already dumped her stuff from in a storage unit. Wouldn't the airport know if he flew home or not? I mean, maybe they do not tell us stuff. No, the airport can't get that personal information about your flights.
The only thing is, he would have had to show the what plane he was on.
But that's 2 weeks later, you guys. Listen to everybody in the chat. Listen to me now. The 27th, which is the last date she's seen, that is 2 weeks after the altercation at the Arches. The Arch incident with the camera from the police, that's on the 12th of August. Her last sighting is 2 weeks later. So they made up or did something in the 2 weeks. And this is alleged that this is when he was traveling back and forth after the Arches incident with the police.
He's one messed up mind.
Yeah. That's why I'm tired of talking about this, really. Yeah, you're not going to know what was on. You don't know what Brian did, when he did it, if there's truth about the storage unit, this and that. We don't know anything.
Or how he did it.
Yeah. And that's the sad part. We don't know anything because the police can't tell you stuff. FBI can't tell you stuff. So you just sit here and you try to weigh it all out from stuff you're hearing from Pookie, Ray, all these different people talking. And it's daunting just listening to it, trying to chop it all up. I'm over it, really.
Yeah, this turned out to be one messed up case.
Who got shot? There was a man shot at some point. I don't know about that.
Don't know either.
That's okay. It's me. Go and get some rest, baby. Talk to you later. Well, Lisa, I don't know what they checked for, sweetheart. Thank you, Samantha. I think he wanted the van off the road in case someone spotted the van from the girls' campsite.
That's
that's another thing too. Because I had made a mention about the van being parked off the road like it was, because everybody was trying to figure out when he flew home. But now somebody sent me this information. He flew way before the 27th, allegedly. So it wasn't after the 27th that he flew. It's before the 27th, if we're to believe this.
Before the 27th.
Yeah. So now we have to ask ourselves, where was the van? Was it with her? Strange story. Very strange. And all this money, just like that Profiling Evil channel said, who has $800 to fly back and forth while you're on a trip with your girlfriend? That's a valid point.
Yeah, it is a valid point.
That's probably what happened. All that bullshit jumped off on the 12th. He went home, mad, pissed off, got rid of her stuff. Somehow they made up and he flew back out there. And either he flew back on purpose to get rid of her or he flew back in good faith, hoping it worked. And then 2 weeks later, shit jumped off on the 27th and he killed her. What do you think?
It's possible.
that he went back in good faith, hoping it would work after he did dump their stuff in the storage.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Well, I say this to any woman. This is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. If you're in a situation where you do not feel safe with someone you're dating, just walk away. Don't tell them you're leaving. If they're violent, they have been violent, they've hurt you, harmed you, don't even tell them you're leaving, because we know that that is the worst time to tell a person you're going to leave them. 9 times out of 10, it won't end well. So just walk away. Change your number, change your location if you can. Don't tell your family nothing either, because people like to talk. And some people are easily coerced into telling stuff where somebody is. Here's the new number. So if you don't even trust your family and friends, don't tell them nothing. Tell one person you can trust where you're going if you can get to safety. Because people will hunt you down even at your friends and family members' house if they know where they are. Best case is go into a shelter until you can navigate.
Or even a cheap hotel.
Hello, Tracy. You're welcome, sweetie. But don't ever confront a person angry. Don't ever confront a violent person about leaving them. If you know somebody has beat you up, knocked you out, why the hell would you confront them that you're leaving? You don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. It'll be your last time walking. Just don't do it. Just leave. Don't tell nobody. If you're worried about the safety of...
And just when he leaves for the store or something, and pack
Yeah.
himself and go.
Yeah. And if you think that he's the type that'll hurt your friends, your family, you don't tell them either. You have to be very careful. Well, Ocean, I'm just throwing out possibilities, sweetheart, because you can't go to other people's houses if the person knows where they live. That's dangerous. Because they will go hunt you down at those said places.
And trust me, it is getting bad out
here. You would call the shelter. You're not going to know what's available until you call somebody. And if it's a volatile situation, trust me, you're not going to really give a damn where the shelter is. You're just going to go. You want to live. So you don't give a damn if it's an hour away. I'm getting the hell out of here. Especially if you have children too. You do what you have to do.
There was a couple times I had to go to a shelter to restart my life over.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you're dealing with somebody violent, you don't have any options. You go where you have to go. And as I said, I don't recommend going to family member houses, because if they're in the vicinity where he knows, he will go to those places to find you. Why would he not?
And they will.
I just wish she had left this boy alone. I wish she hadn't left him alone.
And that's how some of these drivers out here are getting shot out here on the road.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, cat lady. I don't know what's the truth about this storage situation. Somebody in the chat said something about her mama said something about her. That's where her stuff was. But see, what you have to ask yourself about that comment, now that I sit here and think about it, how would her mother know anything about a storage unit when they weren't even talking to her parents? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, at the time, she didn't have no communications with
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now that I sit here and think about it, I don't know if I believe that's true or not. Because the parents of Petito have said nobody would talk to them. So how would you get information about a storage unit? I just realized that. That makes no sense. Well, you don't know anybody. Knowing somebody, let me make this clear to people. Because you went to high school with somebody, that don't mean nothing. I can speak from experience. Knowing you from high school ain't a damn thing got to do with 27, 28 years of age. You are not the same person at 30 as you are at 18, 16.
I agree on that.
It's no such thing.
I had a couple good friends that went through school, and I thought they were good friends, and to find out, 15 years later, down the road, they ended up in jail on
Yeah,
drugs.
but that's the whole point. 16 to 30 it's a different time zone.
Yep.
You can't expect somebody to stay the same at 16 years old to 30. You
Well,
go through different things at 30 versus 16. People tell you that. Yes, people change. A 16-year-old and a 30-year-old, that's two different people. There's no way you stay the same. Hello, Julie. Thank you. There's no way you'll stay the same.
no,
That's right. You can't trust anyone, exactly, because you don't know people. And I don't put my stock in anybody. I tell people this all the time when I do these stories. I don't trust anybody pertaining to true crime because I don't know you. I don't know anything about you, and I don't put any stock in you. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't know you, and I'm not going to sit here and say what you do, what you won't do. Yeah, I was wondering about that too, Cynthia. Let's talk about that outlaw, her belongings. I wonder if her family has gone to Florida and retrieved her things, and if indeed they did or didn't, where are they?
From what I gathered, that Tito's family is not giving up that location to give Gabby's stuff back to the parents.
And where you hear that from?
There was a couple things that Gabby's parents put out that they won't give her stuff back.
And you want me to believe, some idiot want me to think this boy had nothing to do with this girl's death. You haven't talked to the police. Your parents haven't talked. You on the run, and they won't get a girl's stuff back. And I'm supposed to believe this fool didn't have nothing to do with her damn death. Yeah, okay.
And right now, that FBI's got it scared that where they won't give it back until they go through it.
Who, the law enforcement?
Yep, FBI's got it secured now.
Well, I hope they do. So I just forgot about that. They would be wanting to go through stuff just to see what they could find. But that's the whole thing. Her stuff at the house, it wouldn't have no bearings of what they found out there in Wyoming.
Until the FBI releases it, then they'll give it back to the parents. But until then, it's under FBI lock.
Well, Perfect 10, we'll see what happens. We got to catch him first, honey. We got to see. Lord have mercy. What a mess. Well, I guess you heard about our little friend over in Hollerville.
And I'm glad they found that little boy. I knew he was probably down around Georgia.
Huh?
I'm glad they found that little boy down around Georgia.
I was talking about up here.
Oh.
With our friend over in Hollerville. Now you must not pay attention.
Not on that one.
Well, they say he's talking to some people, the behavioral panel. I said, Lord have mercy. Just when I thought this son of a you know what would sit down somewhere and be still, now here comes more information. He'd have found somebody to rally for him because they don't think him and Candace killed that little girl or behind getting rid of her. So now he'd have found somebody else to throw him a pity party.
When that come out?
I saw it yesterday.
That's just another smoke screen to throw people off.
It's a mess. It's a mess. It's just a mess.
Yeah, that one is a mess.
Yeah. They just can't leave well enough alone.
But we really don't have any hard facts on Summer Wells either. So I mean, it's all hearsay until we see actual facts come to light.
Yeah. I listened to them briefly yesterday. I don't know. Thank you, honey. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I saw the interpretation of Candy's and Don's and thought they were dead wrong. I'm just trying to figure out what is it that they see, that they think they're not involved. That's interesting to me.
Oh, they're involved big time.
Yes, thank y'all for joining me. Good
Thing
night to all those. Good morning, rather, because it is early morning.
Thing is, I think Candace and Grandis, I don't know if it's Don's mom or Candace's mom.
That's Candace's mom.
They handed her off somewhere between the two smoke shops to the Price Right Foods or whatever, and he never made it home.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who was this person that was giving their rendition of what happened. Was this Allie's mother or what? I'm just confused at who the hell is who.
But what we heard, there was actually 50 complaints to CPS to get the kids out.
There was what?
50 complaints.
And where you get that from, trucker?
There was some information that was leaked out by CPS.
Say what?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
They took it down.
Who are you speaking of, baby?
There was one channel, it did uncover a CPS leak. And then,
yeah, I heard about that. But see, I'm funny like that. You bring me a receipt because you're not supposed to be telling anything that goes on with CPS. They'll track it and find out who did it. So you willing to risk your job to get some information to a YouTuber?
It wouldn't be the first time that I lost my job.
We're speaking of this person, not you. Don't you start. I'm just saying, you want the truth out, but you're willing to risk your job to give out this information about what was said or done in court. I don't know. Strange.
Yeah, you'd be risking your job and putting it on the line.
That's what I'm saying. And they're going to know who had access to the files and all that. So, I don't know. But I'm sick of them too. I'm sick of that case. I'm sick of all that nonsense.
I would just want to get a good tip to go find her.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one tip that actually did leak out. That did actually. I went back and I did find the video, and it did leak it out.
Mm.
That he stated Summer's hair was a little bit longer than Candace's hair, and it was pure blonde and not bald. And that's what he leaked out. So somewhere he's alive and that he knows who has it.
So what you're saying, at the time that when she disappeared, she had more hair or no hair?
She had less hair.
She had a little more hair?
She had less hair, like the
less
boys
hair.
did.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Because when you see the pictures, you got to try to decide. She looks older with the no hair.
Then when he come back, like 4 months, or they going on 9 months now, that he turned around and put a that was on that panel, and he stated she has hair now almost touching her shoulders. He actually leaked that out.
Auntie T is so sick. So I'm confused with what you're saying. So the child, how would you? That don't even make no sense. How would you get information about the picture or whatever? That don't make no sense.
Well, we've been searching YouTube and all that, and when she did go up missing, she did have short hair. Now that Don came back and did that one on that channel of the panel, and he turned around and leaked it. He said that she has 6 inches of hair, just a little bit longer than Candace's hair, and he leaked that out. So that right there tells us that they know where she's at.
So she's alive.
So she is actually alive.
Also, I see what Kim is saying. Don Wells was describing how Summer looks now and forgot that he was talking about now. DW and Summer looks heavier now with longer hair. Looks heavier now. So was this all a ruse to get money for her?
It probably was. Well, not only that, they probably got a lot of debt they owe him.
Okay, so so let's say he made a mistake. Oh Lord, I can't believe I'm going into this. Then who has her?
Really don't know. I mean,
Somebody else hit the link. I need to take a break right quick.
But I know it's one messed up case how information gets
Okay,
out.
Auntie T, my goodness gracious. He said F the police. Okay. I'm dead. Queen got to take I need a snack break, a tinkle break. I can't keep this. Oh, I'm so sick of talking about these folks. God, please make a way. Well, it could be just what some people thought, that she was sold or bartered or something. I don't know. I always thought the girl was deceased just by the way they acted. So I don't know. Could be wrong. I always said could be wrong because that's the thing. You don't know people. You don't know the mindset of these people to say it's just how it looked to me. It just didn't seem too in tune to the child. You never call her by her name, so that led me to think, shit, she was dead. That's all I could go on at that time.
Every time Don speaks, he speaks in monologue. He doesn't show no remorse. He doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some in my head.
He keeps a straight line, and it's like, all right. So it's like, really? So there is something that he knows somewhere where Summer is.
It's bad, man. This is bad. It's really bad. So you think she's alive?
Yeah.
Okay. And where?
She's still over in Tennessee somewhere, but where, don't know exactly.
Christina, talking about she got a popcorn and soda. Let me see what time it is. You up what time? 4:08. Golly. About your popcorn.
She could be what
hit the link, guys. Somebody else hit the link so I can take a break. Y'all chop it up with Mr. Chucker right quick, so I need to take a break.
What I narrowed it down is about 120-mile radius. It could be anywhere between Kingsport to Jonesboro, anywhere in that 150-mile radius.
Okay. Nowhere like Utah?
No. She's still close to Tennessee.
Hit the link, you guys. Let me take a break right quick. Chop it up with Mr. I can still hear you. I need to step out for a second, so I need somebody else to hit the link so he won't be up here by himself. Okay, Auntie, you talking about potato salad, this and that, chicken wing, hostess, apple pies. Hell, you get to eat a whole meal at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Look, I'm about to go in here and get me a sausage and what is this I got? Sausage, biscuit. It's a sausage biscuit with man, what do you call it? I can't think. Damn, spinach something. I can't remember what it is. Hit the link so the queen can take a break. These people just want to chit chat in the chat. They'll never want to hit the link. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Yeah, y'all play too much. You sure do, Reese. Drop the link. Hit the link, please. Oh, okay, Julie. Hold on. Thank you, sweetheart. Hold on. I gotta take a break. Holding my bladder. Jeez. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, hubby. Thank you so much. Leave y'all kids. Y'all look, Trucker know how to talk up here while the queen take a quick break. I just don't want to leave him up by myself while I step away for a minute. Y'all just steady talking. Why don't y'all hit the link?
Because I can't watch the chat, so
I'm going to get my stuff unblocked. I will be ready next live. Reese, I ain't stunned you, Reese. Thank you, Soul Survivor. Thank you, baby. I probably got one mod in the chat. I'm not leaving the channel. I just need to take a break right quick. I got to go. I want somebody up here with Outlaw while I step away for a second.
yeah, because I can't watch the chat.
Yeah, he can't watch the chat. He driving. You driving too, aren't you?
No, because I can't leave YouTube open and just on the same tablet.
I mean, what I'm just saying, are you in for the night is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. No one the heck is she alive, and they know she is. By the way, not every drug dealer is going to buy a child. Yes, Elisa, that's true. I don't believe. Let me tell you something about these black dope dealers, because I'm going to speak for us, the some that I know of. They don't take care of the children they got. Come on, Quay. They don't want your children. The hell they want your child for?
If they want them, they're going to get them anyway.
Don Mayer did this long time ago with trying to sell a child, but I'm just going to speak of some black folks, and I ain't saying every black folks would or wouldn't, but I just think majority of black folks that's hustling, they don't want your kid. They don't want to barter with your child. They don't want to exchange for dope that you owe them money. They want their damn money. They do not want your damn child. Tina, what you got to say?
You're taking a break, so I'll just hang out with Trucker.
All right. Okay, anybody else want to hit the link before I take my break? Thank you, Julie. How we going to went from damn Wyoming to this? Oh, Lord have mercy, I'm dead. Go ahead. Y'all chop it up. Let me, I got to get something to snack on and use the restroom.
How you doing, Tina?
I'm getting old.
How are you?
I'm
What
getting old. I don't hear y'all talking.
Well, I thought he was going to say something, so.
You say something. You gonna jump up there? You ain't got nothing to say about Petito, the guy killing the two girls. Start with that and go on over.
Yeah. Okay. So my thing is, why would she drive 3 hours away? Salt Lake City. While her man is in Moab. Like, why would she go all the way to Utah, Salt Lake City? Like, that's 3 hours. And she doesn't like driving her van. So I'm just wondering if she stayed in the area and made friends with the two ladies that were murdered. And they hung out, maybe, possibly. I don't know if she knew them or Because when people are traveling like that, they tend to make friends quickly. So I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't know them.
Well, you did leave a good point there. You did talk about that personality. But try to go up and ask what they're about and all that. They do get back to what
Yeah, you're breaking up.
am I?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Tina?
I can hear you, but you're breaking up. Like there's audio coming through, but it's really like a lot of white noise, I guess that's what you call it. It's like a frequency or something. I don't know what you call it, but
Yeah, it's coming some feedback on that.
You're what?
It's coming some feedback coming back.
Oh, okay, yeah. But she didn't shut off. She didn't mute herself.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, I can still hear you guys.
Yeah, Queen.
Make me some coffee.
Yeah, so that's what. Why would she drive 3 hours to Salt Lake City? Can she drive 3 hours? I mean, like if the shit hit the. Oops, sorry, I swore. I said a bad word. If it hit the fan, then could she drive 3 hours? I know if I had to do something that I was in a bad situation, if I had to do something, I would do it. You know what I mean? Like I would drive the 3 hours.
Well, it puts her in a situation too, but I don't think she would. She didn't know the area, how to get there. More on the GPS, she'd be lost.
So, but somebody checked into the Fairfield Inn. She checked in to the Fairfield Inn, which is in Salt Lake City, right next to the airport, right?
Yeah, and that's directly right by there.
So why would she go to the airport? Or a hotel close to an airport? Why didn't she just stay in Moab at some place? I don't know, or even a campground or whatever. I don't know.
But the thing is, keys or did he actually take the but we don't know yet. The facts are not there.
Yeah, you're still breaking up. I can't make out what you're saying.
All right, how about now?
What's the problem?
Just wait. I'll try to switch over.
I think Queen, Her Majesty is coming back. Your Majesty. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't like a lot of these crime cases I'm interested in, but I don't really get into all of those details. And now I'm not. Just tonight, I was just sitting there thinking about it. Just what I know from news stations and what's being reported out there.
Yeah, but even some news movies out good strong facts. Give the case inside look of it happened because the FBI's with home.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I mean, I can hear you. It's just all broken up. But I'll just ramble on, I guess. And like all those people that are protesting in front of the Laundrie's house, like I don't feel sorry for them at all. Like I don't have any, warm fuzzy feelings for them at all. I mean, they're complicit.
So right now, if I come to Canada and start hooping and hollering out in front of your house, you wouldn't have a problem?
Oh, hell yeah.
I know you would, so that's my point.
Well, maybe not with you. I would just be like,
I don't know, but just imagine. Just imagine.
You're like, oh, hey, come on in.
People cussing, fussing, hooping, hollering, screaming, yelling, doing all that.
Yeah.
I assumed that she was taking him to the airport, and that's why she stayed there, because he was going to fly back. Well, that's an interesting way of looking at it. Could be.
Okay, so she picked him up.
See, this is what I told y'all, but make it make sense. I'm going to go 3 hours away to a hotel when I was just told to stay away from you. This is what I told y'all ain't listening. I was told to stay away from you. So I'm going to drive 3 hours to a hotel because it's near the airport, because you're going to go fly back and dump my stuff out your parents' house. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Yeah, Julie, we know about that. Think about what I'm saying now. I'm going to go 3 hours away from a place that I was told to stay away from you. So how did I get to that place? 3 hours away. I drove myself 3 hours away. So where was he at? See, that's why I told y'all, when you say stuff, make it make sense.
Yeah, like, did he sleep at the motel? Yeah, there would have been cameras, right?
So my thing is still 3 hours away, allegedly, she checked into a motel 3 hours away from the Arches location. How'd she get there? How did she get there? And why would you drive 3 hours away? You want me to believe there was no motels near the Arches when this is a national place to go hike camp? There was no place there she could have rented a room.
Yeah, she could have stayed in Moab, which would have been easier. And she has anxiety about driving.
Julie says they were together because they said we got pizza from her father. Exactly. Thank you, baby. Perhaps they were at the hotel, but still make it make sense why they're at a hotel 3 hours away. And allegedly, he went during this time frame to go unload her stuff from the house.
Oh, because they broke up.
Okay, but listen to what somebody's saying in the chat, sweetheart. She's saying we got pizza, so we means he was at the hotel with her.
Yeah.
Okay, so still, that even don't make no sense. You were told to separate, so you both are at a hotel 3 hours from where you had the altercation, and yet he's supposed to have flown thereafter to dump your stuff out his house in storage. None of that makes no damn sense. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go dump your stuff out of my house, and wait for me for 6 days, and I'll come back.
Yes, wait for me while I dump your stuff at my mom and daddy house, and then I come back and kill you 2 weeks later. Okay.
Yeah. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Lord God, help. I'm drowning.
Can you hear me now, Tina?
I can hear you now. 10-4, outlaw sucker. No, that's not 10-4. What did he say? Okay.
You did it right. 10-4.
Oh, okay.
Make it make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
It really don't.
No.
I mean, if he planned this murder, right?
Yeah, I think he had murder on the brain the whole time.
So if he planned this murder, then that means she sat around waiting to be murdered.
Well, she obviously didn't know she was going to be murdered.
Well, we know that, but what I'm saying is, if that's what a person wants to say, that he went back on the after the 12th and flew somewhere and got rid of her stuff, and she sat idly by in a hotel for several days waiting. See, that's even more money. I'm going to sit in a hotel. What reason did he give her that he was leaving? For me to sit there and wait in a hotel. See, that's what I'm saying. None of this makes any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and that Fairfield Inn charges almost $120 a night.
Okay, now somebody in the chat is saying it was the 17th. Well, it still don't matter. You still saying he left her behind. It don't matter if it was the 13th, the 14th, the 17th, the 18th. Her last sighting is the 27th. So you still can't explain why I would be left behind while my boyfriend is going to Florida for whatever reason.
Well, he told the cops that he had no money and he had no phone.
See, that's the thing, y'all sitting with y'all trying to go start bickering about the dates. It doesn't matter. Why would I stay behind? Period. Why would I stay behind? Period. For you to go to Florida to dump my stuff out your house. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
It don't.
You can't make it make no sense. Okay, listen to what Kim says. Do you think the story about moving the furniture might have been a lie she told her mother because she didn't want them to worry about them fighting? I don't know. See, that's the whole point. We don't know what was said. But see, as far as that situation, what I just said a little while ago, we can't really believe the Florida story only because they've never talked to the Petitos, allegedly. So if you didn't talk to the Petitos after the 27th, I don't know. Am I supposed to believe you talked to them beforehand? If the son's calling to give a version of what is going on out there, I'm not getting ready to talk to her family because I don't want them asking me nothing. Well, Debbie, that's what I've been trying to tell everybody. I don't have a receipt that nothing went to storage. Allegedly, somebody in the chat said her mom said her stuff was moved. But that's my point. When did the mom find out? Before the 27th or after? And we know it can't be after the 27th because he and his family never talked to the Petitos or the extended family when he got back. So you want me to believe one of them called the family to say, hey, we're moving her stuff into the storage. Why would you call her mom to tell the mom you moved the stuff in the storage? Only Gabby would be the one to tell that. You understand what I'm saying?
Do they still have her stuff, her belongings?
I don't know. See, that's the whole point. We don't know nothing. This is he said, she said.
No, right now it'd be under FBI.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Neighbors saw him during that time he flew to Florida. How could the neighbors have saw him? Explain that to me.
They went for a walk.
It had to come from Gabby the last time she FaceTimed her mom. Exactly.
I agree.
It's very confusing. It's a bunch of BS is what it is. Because don't never make no damn sense.
It is. I agree with
even though she was weak for Brian, you can't make me still now I gotta believe that she would stay behind in a damn hotel for days while he go dump her stuff in a storage unit. If he was planning to kill her, who's to say he didn't take her stuff and throw it in the garbage?
Is it possible that they were she was trying to break up with him, like, gently? Like, okay, go back home, move my stuff. I'll stay out here. Don't come back.
Who would trust a person to move their stuff after you break up with them and you're in a whole nother state? Come on now. Ain't no way. Debbie says it doesn't seem like she had a good relationship with her mother because her mother doesn't seem to know anything or she's just holding back. Dad said he had technical trouble and her car didn't work, so he bought pizza. Did Brian have her car so she couldn't fly away? Yes, Jennifer, I'm sure Brian had her car. Elisa says the family mentioned that he came back. But how would they know that, Elisa? That's what we're trying to say. How would they know that? Okay, Elisa said, I think Gabby was lied to. He had to go move stuff. Yeah, I was thinking that too. That maybe he made up a lie why he had to go back to Florida. That sounds more reasonable.
That is a good point right there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, very good point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, when the dad bought the pizza with through Uber, he definitely made it sound like she was alone.
But see, as a parent, I would
Now
be
think about it. That makes sense too. What this person is saying. Why would I be buying pizza for her and a guy? Because if you're in a hotel, why would they both be in a hotel together when they were doing this van life camping thing? More than likely, that sounds like she probably was alone. Think about it. You were told to separate, so you're gonna go get a hotel 3 hours away together. See, something ain't right.
Holy shit.
Outlaw, what you cussing about?
Sorry about that. I looked at the time. It's like,
yeah, it's getting late. Lisa says her father FaceTimed her while he was gone. I don't know what's the truth. Her father said he talked to her a lot while Brian was gone. Okay, so if this is true, then where was it?
Did the father know that Brian went back to Florida? Did he know that they were broken up at that point or whatever?
How about I tell y'all something that ain't none of y'all thought about?
all right.
Brian never went to Florida because he was too busy knocking off other people in the van. Come on, Queen.
It does raise questions on that one.
Because the altercations on the 12th, the girls at the bar on the 13th, stay woke. He ain't never went nowhere.
And just like Tina said earlier, I mean, how Gabby does like to meet people and has a positive outlook and wants to know people. Did Brian set her up to do that? I mean, it's possible that he also used Gabby to lure those two girls. I mean, there's a lot of...
I tell you, who's to say the girls didn't get in somebody's car? Hey, let's go party, let's go smoke, let's go do something. People do it all the time.
Because we already know that Brian is manipulative and controlling, so I wouldn't put it past him. And he did use Gabby in a way to do that.
See, we don't really have proof when he went back. Somebody sent me that information that he was gone for about 6 days. So we don't really know how long he went when he actually left. The girls were at the bar on the 13th. So who's to say he took the van and went out scavenging, lied to her about where he was going, and used her van? Because you got to remember one thing. Oops, y'all forgot. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? If he flew back from out there, wherever there is, how'd you get to the airport and back to the damn van in the middle of a damn national forest? Come on, Queen. I'm woke, baby.
That'd be hard to do.
Yes, very. Unless you got a van and parked it at the airport. Come on, Lifetime movies.
Oh, here's a...
you see, Queen, I think about everything. And now it makes sense. He was doing whatever he wanted in that van while she stayed behind, possibly. So that's why I said, you got to have a receipt to when he boarded the flight, when he got back, how did he get to and fro out in the middle of nowhere. That motherfucker probably had her van all that fucking time.
But here's a way out of question. But here's the thing: did Brian ask the two girls to borrow their car and leave the van to go to the hotel or the airport, and leave Gabby and the two girls out there? at that time.
I'm
Then
telling
when
you.
So
He
he
had to
left.
rent it. She was in the hotel for. This is what we're gonna have to ask if this man wants to tell the truth. How many days did you pay for a hotel? That's where the truth's gonna come in, Mr. Petito. How many days did you pay for a hotel for Gabby? Because that's what's going to break up the timeline of when he went back home, if he ever went back home.
Yeah.
Yes, true. Maybe using Florida trip as another alibi. Amen.
I think that was a smokescreen to set it up.
Yeah.
So she was at the hotel and he was using her van and he was going on this killing spree, more or less. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
What he could have used the two girls' car to do some stuff and run around there without Gabby.
Yeah. Exactly. Her checking in at a hotel, that doesn't tell me when she checked in and when she checked out. Because she checked in and checked out. I don't have a receipt or nothing. I don't make no claims on who checked into a hotel, when they did it, where they did it.
But there's a lot of possibilities now. It's starting to throw red flags.
Because you don't know anything. We don't know anything.
No, we don't. We don't know. We know.
We have no receipt. Her parents have not come forward and gave a timeline of a hotel, what they paid for, how long, the time, how long she stayed in the motel, when they got back on the road, when she hooked back up with Brian. We don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah, if she was still missing, we probably would know more from the parents, I think. Yeah, like they would have given a timeline of all
Hello,
that.
Jessica. Yes, Cynthia. He probably told his father he had to help. He told her he had to help his father with something. I got to go back, stay here. He probably was very pissed off with the police being involved. Somebody called the police. But the sick part of the story is that was 2 weeks before the incident of her last being seen on the 27th.
Yeah.
So that's what's even more puzzling.
Or
Why
any
are you all
post,
still together?
or any posts that she did on her blog and all that.
Make it make sense. Excuse me. Make it make sense. Because it don't make no sense. None of this makes no sense. Kim, thank you. What I don't understand, and that's sitting right in front of us, she didn't have money for a pizza, so Brian had to have had her vehicle and her money. What I just said. Thank you. That's why I keep telling everybody. Everything you need to know is right in front of you if you pay attention. That's right. Y'all missed the whole thing. Why is somebody having to order you pizza from halfway across the United States? Because that means you don't got nothing.
No money, no nothing.
No money, no nothing. Bingo. There is the bingo card.
So how did they afford
So
this?
that was sitting right in front of us this whole damn time.
Her dad had to pay for it.
Yeah, so he must have gave her that brand that Brian stole from her credit card.
So he's had the card and the van all along. All along. She's never had control of the situation. This is getting worse. This is getting worse by the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense at all. Where is Brian now? I think if he was in North Carolina, the FBI would have caught him by now. This was 2 days ago.
Yeah, but right now, all the facts are still leading that he's still in Florida. He never made North Carolina.
Yeah, but who was that guy that was on, I don't know what his name was, but he said that he swore that it was Brian Laundrie.
Yeah, because right now, because he hasn't shown no receipts and no facts of anybody stating that he was there. It could be somebody, it could be identical to look like them and made a false identification.
Yeah, he could just be lying just for attention or something.
Ain't a mod still got the link. Can they drop it down in the chat?
Yeah.
Attention getters.
I think we're getting on to something now. That was right there in front of us the whole time. She didn't have anything. So now we have to ask, did she have to change her clothes? How long was she in the hotel? Is this a ruse that he went back? Because now you got to ask yourself that. If she ain't got her own money, then where are her clothes?
That is true.
It makes sense. That means you wouldn't even have your clothes. You took all your clothes out. You took a week's worth of clothes out, a couple days worth of clothes. Why would you let somebody take your car? That's another thing. Why would I let you take my car? Or did she just hop out of the van not thinking, oh, I left my purse, my wallet? Which is it? What's the truth?
Well, the thing is, he took her van back to Florida without her.
Yep.
Stole $1,000 of her money.
Yeah.
And now he's on the run.
That's it. So anybody that thinks he's innocent, he must be high on dope.
Yeah. Like, how could you think how could he be innocent? Like, where do you get that he is innocent? I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah. It was an accident. That's what some nut says in the chat.
Like an accident? No, I don't think so. If it was you don't just accidentally strangle somebody or accidentally hit them over the head with a rock or whatever it is that happened to her, how she was murdered. How do you do that accidentally, right?
Well, we don't even know how she died.
Yeah.
We know it's homicide. We know it's homicide, so I don't want to sit here and dwell on how she died because I don't want to get into that morbid stuff. But the point is, you showing cause that you did something to the girl. And that's just how I look at it. Because you came back with her van, without her, and took money off her card. So that leads me to think you had her cards and everything in the beginning, all along on the whole damn trip.
Yeah. He was in control of her van and her money.
Exactly. It's messed up.
And if
That's even more scary. You're driving my van around and then you got my damn cards too? What? Sad, man. Sad. Thank y'all for joining me.
And if he was worried about her well-being, he wouldn't have done those actions, right?
Well, that's the whole point we've been making. It's that you can't make me believe he cared for her because you would have filed a missing persons report while you were out there in Wyoming, Utah, wherever.
Yeah, if the love was so strong, he would have stayed there and helped find her or something.
I don't know anything about him selling his artwork. How is he going to sell his artwork when he's on the run?
I mean, Scott Peterson helped look for his wife.
He's trying to get out of prison. Why y'all sitting here talking about this fool? Let me tell you something. That court overturned anything with Scott Peterson. He's a dead man walking. He's a dead man walking. I don't know what's going on with the judicial system. But you can't explain no reasonable reason for Scott Peterson to get nothing overturned. Period.
True.
So what you gonna now tell us? Oh, somebody was on the jury didn't admit that they had been raped. I think that's the thing.
That they've been what?
I think it's gonna be something about somebody didn't admit that they were sexually assaulted.
Oh, that's it?
Well, they'll say you lied, Tina. Say you lied. Lied to get on the jury.
Yeah, true.
All right. All right. See you later, trucker. Trucker's gotta go. Gotta get some sleep.
Good night, trucker. Get some sleep.
Hit the link if you want to give your opinion before I check out of here.
Don't drive with no sleep. They have to get their rest.
Michael Myers, you all are sick.
I can't see the chat, so.
Somebody talking about Scott Peterson looks like Michael Myers. Oh my God.
I don't think they look alike. Michael Myers, really?
The mask, girl, the mask.
Oh. I don't know.
Everybody's got jokes tonight.
Everybody's feeling funny. They're in a funny mood. I'm in bed.
Well, that's where I need to be. I'm up drinking coffee. I had to make me a fresh pot of coffee.
Oh, that coffee sounds nice. I'd make it.
I made a fresh pot just now. That's what I was doing. With all this shenanigans going on, I needed a fresh pot of coffee, get my brain going. Good night, Outlaw. Thanks for the conversation. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Angela. Hit the link. I think one of my moms may be gone.
Are they getting rowdy down there?
No, just, I mean, you can't expect people to sit up this time of morning.
True.
Right. Ting, ting. That's it, Hello, Bubsy. Thank you, darling. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you. It's very late. Everybody should be in the bed trying to go to somebody's job. Stop being up. I'll probably be on call, so I'll just wait and see what happens. Stream. I gotta put this thing up here one more time. See who wants to jump up here. I'm munching and drinking, so I'm not gonna eat in front of the chat. 6. I had to get me something in me.
What are you having?
It's hold on a minute. CH. Let me put this up here. It's a biscuit with cheese, some type of spinach. It's like a patty. It's like a sausage patty, spinach patty, and cheese on a biscuit. Mm-hmm. You're up now. Oh, Soul Survivor's still with me. Okay. Scott Peterson. Yeah, he's trying to get out.
Yeah, he wants to get out of prison.
Thank you all for tuning in. I got 175 holding at 4 a.m. That's pretty good.
He wants a do-over.
Yeah, so he can find somebody else to push in the water.
Yeah, right.
Down. It is 4:48. Oh my God. It's almost 5 o'clock.
That's crazy. He needs to be locked away forever.
Well, see, this is how I look at it. Casey Anthony got out straight from a jury box. Jury people voted her out of there. So who's to say? Bill Cosby, he's got let go on a technicality. Scott Peterson could be let go on a technicality as well.
Wow.
So that's how I look at it. You just don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because like some people are wrongfully convicted, and they've been in, jail for murders and 30 years, 40 years, and They do.
Oh my God, Joshua! Woo! Please stop! You're killing me. I'm eating. Oh, chicken wings and potato salad was good. Now I just sat down a bag of hot flaming Cheetos. Good Lord, your stomach gonna be toe up going to sleep. Hit the link if you all want to give your commentary pertaining to Brian Laundrie and the two women found dead out there in Utah. Their names are, get their names correct, Crystal Turner and Kylen Schulte. What happened? What happened? I gotta do my other video. I can't remember. Let that time go by. Messed up.
It sounds like that spot was kind of like a meeting spot where hikers met up, or what was it, like a summer resort area or like a hiking?
What are you talking about?
Like Moab. The city, the town.
What about it?
What kind of town was it? Was it like
I don't know. I haven't done any research on it.
Like a tourist area?
I can't believe how many subscribers have subscribed since I've been live. Now 2 lives. I am just now 58 short of 9,000. Y'all came in gangbusters. This live, I had 8,800 on live number 1. No kidding. Thank you all so much. Y'all know how to set a queen up. Amen. I'm sure it's a tourist town.
Yeah, it has to be, right? It's not like if I drive like 20 minutes from here, it's not a tourist town. It's, it's just a regular little town with nothing going on. You know what I mean? So.
Well, it's got something going on now.
Yeah.
It's got a whole lot of something going on.
Got a murderer on the loose.
Sad. It's very, very sad.
I don't think that was him in North Carolina.
Thank you, favorite. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lisa, I know you're still here. Thank you, honey. Yeah, you lagging behind. You sleepy. You sleepy. I've been here for a minute. Laughing a lot. I don't remember when I became a sub, but I'm glad I did. Okay, Samantha. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I thank you all for subscribing and tuning into the content. I was wanting to do a different kind of live, but I want to, do one of my hypothetical situations, but you all are so into this case. Excuse me. I can't even talk about anything else, it seems like. Nobody wants to listen to nothing other type of conversation. Scary.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical is what it means, hypothetical.
Yeah, but what kind of, did you have questions in mind? Or
I just had a topic in mind. I have several topics in mind, but I can't never get it out because it's always something going on with this case. I can't even talk about anything else. Something going on with this shenanigans here.
So what was the question?
I don't want to say it on the live. I'd rather be a surprise.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to do one separate live with no murder stuff.
That's my channel is not built on true crime. My channel was built on all type of topics. I talk about everything, entertainment, news. I talk about all kind of things. But lately, it's been all about summer wells and now this and that. I get tired of talking about dead people and missing people. I don't want to talk about that every day.
Yeah, that's hard on the head. Like, I can't imagine doing that every day.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about true crime every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if? That's it. I talk about all kind of things. What if? That's exactly what I do. What if? I'll talk about all types of things. This is not a one-stop shop. But everybody likes true crime. But people just understand the constant digging for stuff, trying to get this, get that all the time, pulling up stuff. Then you got other people on other channels bringing stuff, Facebook posts. It gets overwhelming. And you never can talk about something else because it's always just BS with these people that's involved in the story. And I'm just tired of them. They're bottom feeders. I'm just sick of talking about them.
Yeah, and then there's also reward money that goes along with that. So,
okay, somebody says they don't think he was seen in North Carolina either. I think that guy thought he did, but I don't think it was him. Okay. UFOs can't wait till Gabby gets justice. UFO? What? Why is that? Oh God, I probably don't want to know what that means.
what? UFO? Unidentified flying objects?
I don't know what that means.
UFO?
Thank you, Reese. Well, tomorrow I'm doing a hypothetical. I'll do it early. I don't want to talk about this. I'm burnt out. I'm sick of Donald Wells. I'm sick of Candy Cane. I'm sick of all these people.
Yeah, I know. I never met so many. I mean, not meet, but I've never met, I guess, online so many crazy people in my life. Like, honestly, like, I how could you possibly know that so many murderers like that there exist in our society? But honestly, like, I look up one case.
People kill people every day. That's the point. People kill people every day. The children go missing every day, and 9 times out of 10, it's their parents. It's rarely that they were kidnapped by somebody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes, Angela, I did. Thank you. Rarely. It's not saying that there aren't human trafficking cases. It's not saying that children aren't randomly kidnapped. Not saying that random people, grown people aren't randomly kidnapped. But most grown-ups are killed by people they know, especially when they go missing. We're not talking about you went into the liquor store, a regular store, and somebody came in there, held the store up, and shot everybody in there. It's totally different. When you're talking about a whole human body, grown, missing, somebody knew them, got them missing. Because if it was a random person that killed you in your house, let's say a guy broke in your house, he sexually assaulted you, he's going to kill you right there. He's not going to take you out your house and hide you. For what reason? He doesn't know you. He doesn't. The police knows that we know each other, so he has no reason to hide my body.
Yeah, we're just extra baggage. Like, like, why go through all the trouble to drag you off? And
thank you, Angela. Yeah, a stranger has no reason to haul you out of your house. They only haul you out the house if they know they can be connected to you. Police can connect you to. Thank you, Sam. Exactly. Putting somebody behind the wheel of a car to make it look like they ran off an embankment. Yeah, the husband did that to his wife. She was already dead when she got in the car. You put a dead person behind the wheel of a car and pushed it off a cliff.
That's not funny, but holy shit.
But it's true. Kim says I'm creeping her out. I'm sorry, but I'm telling the truth. It's the truth. All these stories you watch on, I can tell you something. I had the TV playing the past couple of nights. Man, the stuff that was coming up on that TV would make you have nightmares.
Like, I've never been
so that Jodi Arias story, man, that heifer was crazy. But I think he misled that girl.
She was crazy. Oh yeah. Holy.
But he lied to her because you don't take pictures with women that you don't care about. Men don't like taking pictures, period. They're not going to take pictures with a chick that they only just want sex from. They don't believe that. And she was hanging out with his friends. There's pictures of him and the friends with her. That's just not something guys do, is take pictures with the girl and their friends if he didn't like her. I think he tired of her. And he still kept talking to her, telling her his business. She moved to the town. He moved back to his hometown. He still was fooling with her, cleaning his house. What the documentary said, he paid her. You think I'm going to clean your damn house and I still got feelings for you? Hell no.
What? She cleaned her boyfriend's house?
She cleaned. They were not together, Tina. He paid her.
What? He paid her to clean his house?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. After all of that relationship, you mean? Like they were having sex?
Well, he dumped her. He got rid of her, and then she followed him to his town where he lived. But that's the point. You can't follow somebody somewhere without knowing where they're going. You had to have told her. How do you just show up in a town where somebody's at? How do you show up in their house to clean their house? Because you've been talking to me. He never cut her off. So it's like what I said. He misled her. Even one of the guys, detective, said that. He misled her. Because you can't explain if we're broke up. How am I in your bed having sex with you if we broke up? The night that you killed him. Because you invited me over. And even if I asked to come, you still have to say yes. So even though she did a heinous thing by the way she killed him, she set it up to murder him. He misled her, which led to his murder. Because had you been honest with that girl, she probably could have moved on. She could not move on.
You don't think she would have had the mental whatever to move on?
But we're not going to know because she's killed them. We'll never know.
Yeah, no, she can't.
But you cannot look. You cannot be hanging in the lion's den and expect nothing to happen in the lion's den. He still was in the lion's den with her. You broke up with her. You should have left her alone. Changed her number, blocked her number. If she called, ignore. She writes letter, send her back. She's banging on the door, call the police. She would have got the hint. She would have gotten the hint. He was still having sex with her. That's what his friend said. He liked the sex. She gave him what he wanted. She liked to please him. He knew that. So even though he met another chick that he liked, he still was 9 times out of 10 still messing with that girl. He misled her. I believe that. I believe that. Because the stuff that she was doing, you had to still been dealing with her for her to know that you moved out of town. You went back home to your hometown. How does she know that? How is she cleaning your house, but you two are broke up? No. And then the guys told him, oh yeah, he was still having sex with her and paying her to clean his house. What the? You know what? Come on now. This is stupid.
Yeah.
I will, Cynthia. Yeah, you were still dating her. You were still sleeping with her, whatever word you want to use, when you should have cut her completely off. When you told her it was over, you should have meant it. And possibly she could have moved on. We don't know if she would have been able to move on. But if you're still taking her phone calls, still letting her talk to you, still hooking up with her for sex, hell yeah, she's still going to keep hanging on. Why is she going to stop caring for you? Because in her mind, she's telling herself, well, I know he said he don't want me, but he's still having sex with me. So he must like me still somewhat. But see, that's what women don't understand. Sex is just what it is to most men. It's just sex. They don't care. Like they said in college, put a paper bag over her face. Don't matter. It's just sex.
So he was thinking that she was just going to fade away and leave him alone and be married to his new girlfriend in the Mormon church.
And he was living a lie too. You're walking around pretending to be a Christian and probably quoting Bible scriptures and talking about God, Jesus, but you were fornicating when you were having sex with her out of wedlock. He knew wrong. He knew what he's doing was wrong, even on that level, before all this stuff jumped off.
Yeah, but those young Mormon adults are not all, you know, what do you call that?
That's why they tell you that you can't use people because you don't know what that will do to somebody once they find out you're using it.
Yeah, but yeah, sure, but you just can't murder somebody because.
Look, Tina, you know I know that already.
Yeah,
but you ask for these things. I hate to say you put that element out there when you use people. You cannot just use people and think something bad is not going to happen.
Yeah, how can you tell, like, oh, well, this one's going to murder me if I have sex with her?
Well, a lot of people don't think they're going to get murdered. But that's the point, is that you're putting this negativity out into the universe. You're out here using somebody. I don't care if it was for sex, if it was for their money, if it was for a ride for the store. You think somebody's just not going to start thinking, you know what, that's the only time they call me is when they need something. Okay, this is the only time they visit with me is to have sex or this, and this. That's when the mind starts to separate. And they start thinking all type of crazy stuff. And she put two and two together. At some point, she finally woke up and realized this man don't want me. He don't care nothing about me. So what she did was she set him up. Okay, hi, can I come over? And he foolishly let her come over because she knew finally that's all she was to him was a piece of tail.
Yeah.
So she gave it back. I'm not saying what she did was right. Of course, what she did was wrong. But
Yeah.
I just believe he used that girl. Because I think she really cared for him. And she was, she may have been already mentally unstable. And you using her and lying to her pushed her over. And then when you cut her off and said, well, I don't want to be with you no more, you still kept sleeping with her. So you brought that, I don't want to say you brought that on yourself, but you lied. You misled her. You misled her. That's why you don't lie to people. Just say, hey, it's not working, and leave them alone. Don't do nothing with them.
Yeah, because you don't know how people are going to react.
Yeah, because one part of the documentary, they show him and a girlfriend inside the house. He hears a noise outside. He goes outside. She flat all the tires.
Yeah.
And yet you still would sleep with her after that. And that with your girlfriend. See where I'm going?
Yeah, and he supposedly was this good Christian man, right?
So you didn't care nothing about your girlfriend. You didn't care nothing about Jody. Yeah, she set him up. She went there. She realized he's never going to stop lying to me. He's only using me for sex. He's got this girlfriend. He's got this new woman. And the only time, hey, who's to say he wasn't calling her for the sex? It didn't have to be just she was calling him.
Yeah, I think most normal people that are having a broken heart, they would have pumped the brakes at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing about the mind. The mind is a very tricky organism. What I will do and what you will do are two different things, and we're two different people, and everybody has their pushing points. You see, you have some women, they would pop off the first time. There wouldn't even been a flattening of a tire. There's a woman right now that would have went and probably killed him on the spot as soon as she found out he didn't want her. Had a girlfriend. See where I'm going?
Yeah.
I just read a story where a black girl, very young, this is so crazy, went to her boyfriend's house, or some boy she's dating. He had another woman in the house. I think he was an ex. She went over to the house, climbed through the window, and stood over him and the girlfriend with a knife and just started cutting. Sure did. Young girl, throw her whole life away over some man. Now, what did he tell her? I don't know. How long did they date? I don't know. Did she have children by him? I don't know. But all I know is he had something that she wanted for her to climb through a damn window and start cutting on him and cutting him and the girl. Lord have mercy, I'm dead. Very sick.
Yeah, you just never know. You never know, right? People react.
Yeah, because everybody's mindset isn't the same. A lot of people just go ballistic when they feel like they've been used, or a person just cuts them off, or they've got feelings for them. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times there is no lead up to nothing. So that's just people who go ham as soon as you say it's over. They start acting out. Then you got some that will beg. Why are you doing this to me? Why you won't call me? I love you, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Yeah. I don't know if I would.
Auntie said Johnson ain't that good. Ain't that good? Girl, wait a minute. Look, don't get me started. Auntie, you must not have had no good. The kind of make you, as I say, walk outside in rubber duck boots and an umbrella. In the summertime. Hey, there's some men that got that good. Look, I tell you, make your eyebrows burn off. Excuse my language. As the old song say, can't sleep at night. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. Shoot, girl, you better hush. I done seen many of women acting fool over somebody's private parts. Climbing through windows, cutting, flattening tires, breaking out windows, fighting the girl, going to the girl job, getting the telephone. I mean, call them on the phone, just do all type of crazy stuff.
Oh my God. I don't know. Like I don't know how bad I've gone over got like how embarrassing my behavior has been over a guy that broke up with me or
we all had our moments. I've had my moments when I was young, years back.
Yeah.
I did some things, that wasn't just with one, but that's when you have to check yourself and say, I don't like who I'm becoming. With these feelings I have, this person obviously is not into me, as they used to say. So leave his ass alone. Cut him out.
Yeah.
I had one like that all the time. He was younger than me. He all kept coming around. He didn't want nothing. He wasn't trying to offer me nothing, but he'd always say, you're different than the other ones. Well, if I'm different, then why don't you try to make a commitment? But he was too young, so he couldn't make a commitment. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm sure every day he sits and thinks about, wow, I messed that up with her. But he was a young person, so I can't even get angry because he was a young person. I had even somebody older in their 30s acting, this way. I could say, hell, you're too old to be, wanting to be with this one, be with that one. But he was a young person when I met him. So I can't expect much from a young person.
No.
That's why I don't agree with young people trying to be committed to each other, because you haven't lived in the world. You haven't done anything. You haven't gone anywhere. You haven't experienced different people, different circumstances. So you get all tangled up with somebody at 18, 22, and you're going goo gaga for nothing. And then God forbid you get knocked up by a joker. He don't want you. He's sleeping with Sheila, Shamiqua, all these different people. And you're sitting here crying and moaning with these kids. And God forbid you start taking it out on your children because they look like them. All type of crazy stuff that go on with the human mind. And then you realize one day when you're sitting alone in your quietest moment and realize I've just made a complete fool out of myself for somebody who just didn't give a damn about me. And you can't take it back. You can't take it back. That's why you have to check yourself. When you see you're falling through the cracks and you're starting to think devious stuff to do to another human, it's time to check yourself. Go talk to somebody, talk to a pastor, talk to somebody, and tell yourself, I'm worthy. They don't want me. I'm going to just keep it moving. We all have weak moments, but there comes a point when you have to say, okay, I'm calling this person. They won't answer. They don't return my phone call. At some point, you have to say, I got to quit calling him or her. They won't answer. They won't respond. They're not giving me what I need. Cut them off.
Yeah, you have to, because it just gets worse. Like if, Yeah,
it always gets worse.
Yeah, like you'll have a Jodi Arias situation.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Any of us could end up like her if we got in that mindset. You want this person, you want to be with this person, but they don't want you, and you're steady calling them and harassing them, and they've told you they don't want to be bothered. But see, I think this guy, he liked the attention. He kept indulging her because there's no way she could have been close to him to do all this stuff that she was doing.
Yeah.
He was still talking to her. Okay, Donna says, I've never had a moment like that because I knew he can't be the only guy who knew how to work it like that. Oh, Donna, good Lord. Well, all I'm going to tell you is I know women who've got the good, and trust me, they've gone gaga goo over that tool. As one woman said to somebody, honey, it's like gold. Well, it ain't worth gold. If I got to be walking around, I ain't combing my hair, I'm smoking crack, doing all that, I wish the hell I would ever start doing anything crazy over some ding. Not me. No, honey. Queen can't do it. And my thing is, the first sign, as they say, not into you, you send a text, they don't respond. You call the phone, they don't respond. It's day one, it's day two. They still don't call you back. Don't say hello. Don't do nothing. Man, lose my number. Don't even call me.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the sign, because that's the sign of the game when you start calling and they don't call you back. And do you know how embarrassing it is to be my age, calling a man and he won't even call you back on the phone, and then he decides to make a grand appearance 1 week, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. Oh, hey, how you doing? What you doing? See, I be wanting to say something real nasty, but
What
I
would
can't
you
say it on
do?
this live because I don't want nobody to say, "Oh my God, her mouth is horrible." I would say something real nasty.
Okay, can you say what you would do in a nice way? if
What's
he didn't answer your call and then he shows up 2 weeks later or whatever, making a big grand entrance. Hey,
I've had people do that to me, pop up when they felt like it. Okay. I'm 50 and the game is still the same, even at 50. These people still play mind games. Grown ass men who shouldn't be acting like they're 20 years old. But right now, I could think of one that lives out of town that's so fucking ungrateful. He can't get nothing from me. He can't call, don't message, don't text. He can't get nothing because I already saw the signs 2 months ago. You understand what I'm saying? And then there's another one who I was interested in. He's got too much shit going on in his life. I'm over it. I don't want to play with you. I don't want to play phone tag with you. And I tell them that. I'm not a texter. I don't want to text you. If all you can do is text me, I'd prefer we don't hold a conversation. I'm not a kid. I don't want to text you.
Yeah.
You cannot hold a civilized conversation texting.
Yeah, I'm not much of a texter myself. Like I don't.
Well, Reese, don't hey baby me. Because everybody know how I do. I will block you. I already erased somebody's number out my phone yesterday. I don't want to talk. Just don't even bother.
Yeah, you can watch the dating game. You might get killed.
Well, my thing is, I said this before, I don't think younger people should play these games because they have their whole life ahead of them. And we have to stop making excuses for young people that they got, oh, they did this, they're young, they'll be okay. You get yourself caught up in stuff that you can't return from. So my recommendation is, as a young person, you see it's not working out as a young person, keep it moving. You got your whole life to meet more bums and this and that. You understand what I'm saying? So enjoy your life.
Yeah, but young people think that, sex equals forever after. I mean, we're a little older. We're a little older and we're more jaded, so we don't have those expectations. Like if I have
because I get tired because I know my patience is short now. As far as the BS, I don't have the patience to keep playing with you. I can go along with some things, but there comes a point when I know my temperament, I'm going to pop off and it's not going to be nice. So the best thing for me to do is just keep it moving. Don't talk, don't call, don't text, don't do nothing.
Oh, for sure. I would do the same thing. Like I don't have any patience for that. But
I don't want to deal with that.
But when you're younger,
but it's not good to recommend it for young people because we keep giving young people a pass to mess up and be F-ups. And I keep telling people we don't need to keep giving young people passes to be F-ups because they might get in a place where they can't come back from the F-ups. It's time to tell them, you got your whole life. Try to do right. Try to make better decisions so you can have a full, prosperous life. You don't want to be just messing up and using your age as an excuse. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's still shortening your days by getting yourself wrapped up in nonsense when you could be enjoying your life instead of having mishaps or messing with the wrong guy or getting knocked up or having a whole bunch of kids by different men and baby daddies and getting in trouble with the law. Why not push for these kids? Hey, do right. Stay on the right path. Go to school. Get an education. Get a trade. Travel the world, see things. You'll see things in a whole different light when you start stepping out on faith and you go different places and see things. First thing you'll say to yourself, what the hell was I thinking about worrying about Pookie Ray Ray? Man, bye.
Yeah, stay in school.
You see a whole different life.
Yeah, I hear you.
And that's how I feel about Gabby. She had goals, but she had goals with the wrong person. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's the perfect example of picking the wrong one. She liked to do things. She had goals, but her goals were with the wrong man. And she's now deceased.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It's not like she was loafing off, not doing nothing with herself. She was. She just had the wrong guy.
Yeah, her goals was to get her YouTube channel off the ground. And I don't know who, I think it was her father that was helping her. So, yeah, wasn't Brian.
Her story is like so many people. She's not the first one to make a mistake and kept holding on to a loser.
I've held on to a few losers.
Whatever quirks she had, if he felt so adamant about her quirks, then he should have cut her off too. It was a two-way street.
Yeah, he wasn't supportive of her goals anyway. So,
well, he's not going to be supportive because he didn't do anything himself. Think about that for a minute. Ask yourself this question: How can a man or woman support you and they don't do anything? Just think about that for a minute. They don't do anything.
What do you mean don't do anything? Like,
he didn't do anything. He didn't work. He didn't do anything, Tina.
Yeah. Okay.
So how is he going to support her and he doesn't do anything? He's lifeless. He's dead weight. Brian Laundrie is dead weight, literally. You were toting around a 23-year-old infant in the van.
Exactly.
You let a 23-year-old infant drive your van, have access to your van, your money, your life, your personal space, your peripheral. He is dead weight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And now she's dead from a buffoon. That's deep. And she can't go back now. See, it's not even about, I made a mistake and dated a bum and I'm still alive. She's not even alive to right the wrong. This is why I was saying why we can't keep making excuses for young people to be fuck-ups. We have to say to them, choose wisely. Make better decisions. When you see something isn't right, run like hell. Don't stammer. Don't, oh, well, I like you. And, oh, can we make it work? What's wrong? And I love you. And why are you doing it to me? Turn your head and keep it moving. Yes, she was a very beautiful girl. And perhaps had she been out there in the world, being around other people, seeing other people, she would have met a nice guy. Not saying it could have been her forever guy, but it wouldn't have been with this, yes, glorified bum. Exactly. She could have been out here mingling with some decent guys, having the time of her life.
Yeah.
She's with a bum. I would have wanted him anyway because he didn't do shit. 23 years old, you don't even go to school, you don't work. The only way you should be living with your parents at 23 is if you are in college or a graduate student. Because rent is high, and rent is very high in Florida. So if you have a child in Florida living with you at 20-something years old, his ass or her ass better be in somebody's schoolhouse. Well, they met after high school, so they were still young people. So,
I thought they went to high school together, no?
They went to high school, but they did not date until after high school, after graduation.
Okay.
He would have been of no interest to me. See, a savvy young lady would have said to herself, man, he still lives at home. Hell no. See, I know some young girls got game, and they don't want no guy that ain't doing nothing. You understand what I'm saying? 23, whatever. He's still living at home and don't have no job. She already know he can't do nothing for her. He can't take her to the mall. He can't take her out to eat, to the movies. He can't buy no nails. He can't buy no eyelashes. He can't buy nothing. So he's pointless. It's going to be just like you see most women do. You're going to be picking him up, riding him around, giving him money, treating the dinner, the drinks. Who wants to be 22, 23 buying a guy dinner? Hell no. Yes, it is hard to understand. That's why you have to branch out. Yes, so very true. A relationship does not make you. And you're right. You can't assume you'll change somebody. Tina, are you there? Or you gone?
Oh no, I'm still here. I'm just listening. I'm just
Okay.
trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
but that's the thing is that, everything depends on how you were raised, who's been raising you, the things they've taught you. And so we all get our ideologies from different places in the world. And if you haven't been taught anything as a young person about, self-preservation and sustaining yourself, being independent, self-love, you're going to have a hard time out here. You're going to have a damn hard time. Because a lot of people don't like talking to their children about relationships, sex. You have got to talk to your children. You've got to tell them that sex is not the end all. And sex cannot define a relationship. Because I was listening to some guy, he was talking on Facebook today, and he was saying, if you take away sex, most people don't have anything. Boy, that was deep.
What do you mean? Take away sex from a relationship?
Oh, God, Tina, really? Tina, don't do this. Well, where else would you be taking it from?
Well, isn't that part of a relationship? Like, who wants to? I don't think I
No,
could
what
be.
he's saying is, I can't believe I'm explaining this. If
Well,
you
no.
take away the sex, there is nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing. But if you have a lot of money and you have a lot of invested in the relationship and property and all that, then you're going to stay in it.
Yeah. Well, and then you'll probably be just as probably unhappy as this Petito lady was at 50, 60, 45.
I wouldn't do it, but
Yeah, I think that's very true. I think most relationships are built on sex. Because that's usually how they start. Most relationships will never start genuinely. They didn't start genuinely. You didn't really talk to the person. You didn't get to know them. You didn't find out about their family dynamic, where they came from, what do they think, religious values, political values, the things you're supposed to talk to people about. Most of us, as young people, older people, still jump in head first. It's sex, and then you find out about them afterwards. And now you're already hooked on the sex, but you realize, you know what? This MF don't like to take baths. You see where I'm going?
ew.
He don't like to put his socks in the dirty laundry, or he leaves his shoes out, or he does this. And you're already hooked on the sex, and you're willing to erase all the little things that you don't like about them. Oh, he likes to hang out all night with his friends. He doesn't come home till late. He's still out there messing around, cheating, all that kind of stuff, when you didn't get to know him to find out what he was about. Or her, same thing. Sex is an illusion. See, it's that good sex is what gets lots of people caught up. A lot of men, they know that too. And most men won't tell you they're with a woman just because she was pretty and the sex was great. Deep down inside, he knows he can't even hold a conversation with her. He has a bobblehead for a girlfriend. Because I can tell you now, who wants to be with somebody that all you have is good sex, and then it's time to go somewhere and you can't even take this person with you anywhere because they are an embarrassment as soon as they open their mouth. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're rude, they're obnoxious, they don't have any manners, they talk loud, they're narcissistic. Then you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, please don't say anything. Oh my God, I hope he doesn't embarrass me. Or I hope she doesn't embarrass me. If you ever think that about a person you're with, you should go stick your head in the sand. Because that is the worst feeling in the world, is to be out in public with somebody and you're afraid for them to open their mouth, literally. Because you know they're going to say something, do something crazy. And you're going to be up there apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry, he didn't mean it. He likes to cut up a lot. And, oh, well, he has a little temper. And run like hell. Run like hell. Joshua, what are you talking about? We play with our belly buttons. Well, you play with your belly button and you be playing with your belly button by yourself.
Oh,
I don't know nothing about that.
who's down there playing with their belly button?
Infant. A big baby. But that's all the situation was with Petito. She just was with the wrong guy. That's all. And unfortunately, she lost her life. And she's not the first and she won't be the last. Deshina, same thing. She dated this guy they said since high school, on and off, and now look at her, 26, she's gone.
Yeah, we can't bring her back, but I think she could have done a lot better. She could have, you know what I mean? Like, as far as boyfriends go,
but everybody could have done better. Let's just be truthful. There are people right now, they have not been murdered by their boyfriend or girlfriend, but they are with bums. They're with people they're not compatible with. People are with people for various reasons. I know. I used to go out on the weekends. I used to talk to men because I have more male friends than women friends. And the things that would come out of these men's mouths would just make you throw up, literally. The stuff that these men would say about women. I would tell myself, I cannot believe I'm a woman listening to a man talk about another woman so terrible. They don't give a you know what. I know somebody right now, that's all he cares about is screwing. It's like, Jesus, how do you wake up and breathe? The sex is the only thing he talks about.
Well, he's your friend. I would just be like, okay, you know what, buddy? Go away. I don't want to hear it.
Well,
I hear your sexual.
All I can do is pray for him.
AIDS, or your.
I'm just saying the conversations I've heard from men in general. Just conversations I hear about men in general. It don't even always be about the sex. I've heard men say, I've only dated this type of woman because I think she's got money. See, these are the things that women should want to hear. But who's going to come up and tell you, hey, that guy's only talking to you because he knows you have a good job, you got a nice car, you got a nice home. Because if she likes him, she's not going to listen to nothing you said. And 9 times out of 10, she'll go back and tell him what you said because she's weak-minded. Well, they said you were talking about me and you're only with me because I got money and I got a nice car and job. And bet you she won't cut him off.
Well, that could be a good thing if he wasn't a bum, right? If he was a bum, then I would be like, oh yeah, okay, he's just here for, free dinner or whatever. I don't know. But if he was a boyfriend that had the same stuff, I guess, possessions or whatever, then you're on the same level. You know what I mean? Like if you date somebody that's
why a woman who has money, it's sad to say, it usually doesn't work if she dates a man that makes less money than her. It usually doesn't work. It will be a problem down the road. It will be a problem. Because if he ever loses his job, quits his job, he will be solely dependent on her. God forbid they have children. She will grow to resent him, especially if he decides to get comfortable and not go to work. It happens all the time.
Oh, so he would turn into a bum.
He could.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a choice. Okay, Joshua, I got 5 on it. So silly. But I know a lot of men like that. I've heard men say it. I want a woman with a good job. What you mean you want a woman with a good job? Well, she want a man with a good job too. So what's your point? And see, how do you know what a man, if he's really interested in you? Because talk is cheap. A person will tell you anything. You're pretty, you're this, you're so attractive. Oh, I like you. But really, he's only interested because of what he thinks you have. He doesn't really like you for you, what you possess as a woman, your characteristics.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could go along, like just say you weren't looking for a relationship and you just go along and play the game.
But people do. And that's the scary part about meeting people is that you don't know a person's true intentions. He might be wanting to have just a place to stay. A lot of men who aren't worth a damn, they just go from place to place trying to find a woman with a nice home, a nice car, a place to sleep. It doesn't matter if she lives in low-income housing or she lives in a mansion. He wants a damn bed and some covers. And when you out there play a pillar to post, you don't give a damn where the apartment, house, condo is. You just want a place to sleep. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's all he wants. It's a place to sleep. You have a lot of men like that, all races. They don't want anything. They don't have any goals. They don't want to do anything with themselves. They just want to use somebody.
Yeah, I hear you.
And you have women that do the same. So I'm not going to say it's all men. There are women too. They don't want to, there's no growth. They just want to find them somebody that they can, get on with and come up. See, life's a hustle. Life's a hustle regardless. It is survival of the fittest. It is nature of the beast.
Like, I'm at this point in my life where I don't think I would live with a boyfriend or a man or whatever, but because I'm at the point, it's like I can't deal with them any longer than, maybe a 12-hour stretch.
What you mean? Visiting you or something?
Yeah, like for a weekend or whatever. You know what I mean?
I can say that too with myself because I know me. I like to get up. I like to go. I like to do stuff, and I want to be comfortable in my house. And yeah, I think a couple of hours is enough for a person to visit.
Yeah.
Let's just say if a man spent the night, I think at some point you need to be getting on your way.
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel comfortable. I really have to like you for you to stay all day the next day.
I don't want that when I'm getting up and trying to get my coffee in the morning and have my morning.
Well, that's what I'm saying because everybody has different expectations. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not trying to take care of nobody. That's just who the queen is. I'm not trying to take care of nobody.
Yeah, no, like that's. I don't think I want to.
I got a young person spirit, so I'm ready to jump up. I might want to get up and go to the grocery store. I might want to get up and go over here. And I can't do that if you're sitting here laying around. And I don't leave you in my house. So what are my options?
I just don't want to see your face in the morning. That's all.
So you got the typical male testosterone where the guy wants to make sure you're out of his house before 8 a.m.
Yeah, well, you better have your own car.
Oh my God.
You better have your own vehicle because I'm not driving your ass home.
Well, Pink, you got a great point. Next thing you know, he stayed longer than 5 days and has mail coming and you got to get a 30-day. No, ain't about to be no mail because you ain't about to stay long enough for no envelopes to get in my mailbox because you ain't about to get no address. If you had to ask, what's your address? Well, if you didn't know when you came, you don't need to know it now. I don't want nobody living with me. I'm like this. Let me come to your house and put my feet up on your sofa, your coffee table. Let you see how I feel. Let me go in your refrigerator, run up all your hot water in your shower. See what I'm saying? Let you see what it feels like. I don't want nobody in here staying. It's not going to work no way. I don't want you in my house.
Yeah, no, I don't want anybody in my house.
I am Big Ange. Yes, I am. I don't want nobody staying here. I want a man with his own. I want you to call me and say, hey, what are you doing? And I say, nothing. Hey, why don't you come over? That's what I'm talking about. Don't ask me where I live. You want company? Hell no. Let me come to your house. See, that's when you're dealing with a man. When he can call you and say, what are you doing? And you say, nothing. I don't have any plans. And he said, well, let's go out. Let's go here. Let me pick you up. However it goes. But he's initiating. And he's not trying to come stay in your house. He's not trying to come raid the refrigerator. He's not trying to use up all the hot water, the good soap, mess up your good sheets. He wants you to come to where he is. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to talk to nobody where every time you conversation, well, I can stop by. I can meet you here. Well, I know you can if I allow you. But let me come to your house. Let me come to your apartment. Let me come see you.
I don't want to go
baking in my kitchen. Ain't TT? You are so silly. Yes, Reese, right. Have your own crib. I will come over. Amen. The batting cages. Well, we can go to the batting cages. I'll go anywhere you ask me you want to go. You want to play putt golf? I'd love to do that. Just invite me somewhere. But I don't want to hear in the first conversation, can I come to your house? Because usually I just don't care what nobody says. It doesn't even matter what the age is. First time a man just want to come to your house, don't even know your whole damn government name, he don't want nothing. We all know that. He don't want anything.
But it's a lot of work to get up and get dressed and dressed up and make
Well,
up.
everywhere you go, you don't have to be dressed. You got to get dressed up to play putt-putt golf.
Yeah, true.
So, Tina, what are you trying to tell me? You like staying at home all the time?
Not all the time, but most of the time, yeah.
Well, how you gonna meet a man you want to stay in the house all the time?
I don't know. I'm not in the dating game right now.
Well, I am. I'm in the dating game, and I want to go out. Just like I went out last week on a date.
Yeah.
And he took me out to eat. Okay.
Oh, nice. How did that go?
It was nice.
Yeah. So
I don't want it to be come to my house to eat or like I remember one time one guy said on the phone, this is about a year and a half ago or two, he said, I said, well, maybe we can go meet somewhere out. And he was like, oh, I could cook here. That let me know right there he's cheap.
Yeah.
What the hell do I want to come to your house my first time meeting you at your house and sit in your house and wait for you to give me something to eat? Hell no. You can't take the queen out to eat. You letting the queen know you don't want to spend no money. So therefore you cheap. So therefore we're never going to go anywhere that requires you spending money.
So did you?
We don't have any.
What did he cook?
I beg your pardon?
So a guy wanted you to go to his house so he could cook for you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what did he cook?
Who said I went?
Oh, okay.
I just told you I'm not going to nobody's house.
Oh, right.
The first date, I don't want to come to your house.
Yeah.
I just told you.
No, that would be too
If
weird.
I said, listen, if I said, where we going, where you want to meet, and you say, I can cook here, he's letting me know he don't want to spend no money. Why are you want to cook for a woman the first day? We haven't even talked.
Yeah, you could be like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you don't know like who you're going to invite to your house. So yeah, then you're going to be stuck with that person.
And that's why I don't want nobody in my house. And that's so true. It's dangerous, one, to have strangers in your house. Two, you might decide you don't like them once they're in the house. So that's why you're supposed to meet people in public. So that way, if you start seeing things in the date that you don't like, you can bail out in a public restaurant. There's no bailing out if they're in my house, because then that means I got to make up a reason to get your ass out of there.
Yeah, because they could be all chasing you around, all rapey, get rapey vibes, and you know what I mean? Just weird stuff, right?
Josh, you do the rest.
Start going through your things. I don't know.
Well, but that's the thing. You don't know people. Do you know they'll rob you? I've heard stories. Girl met a guy a couple years ago. They said on the internet, he came in there and stole her income tax money and her children's video games. So what the hell kind of bum was this?
Wow. Yeah, that you got to be careful, especially now.
Girl, two girls were, I think, dancers. They were strippers here locally. And the guy called her one morning early, asking could he come over. And when she got up to open the door, it was two guys there and they bum rushed her. Bum rushed her and her roommate.
Did she have kids at the house too? At her?
I didn't hear that there were any children.
Mm.
Y'all stop indulging that crazy talk in the chat.
Oh, I can't see it. What?
Well, the point is, everybody do what they want to do because we're all grown. But my thing is, I'd rather just meet somebody that has their own. I don't want somebody that lives with their cousin and this, that, and the other, and the auntie. And let me tell you something. You're 50 plus years old and you don't have your own place. There's nowhere that you and I can go. There's nowhere I can go. Because now I have to sit and wait to see what it's going to be like dating you. And then I have to wait to see if you're going to man up and get your own place. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just something I don't think a 50-year-old woman should be waiting to see.
No.
Because 9 times out of 10, it's going to go one way and one way only. He's going to try to sweet talk me into moving in with me. Look at Ocean said toilet paper is expensive now. Damn.
Yeah.
She said it like she mad. Oh my God, you all are making me dizzy up here. I got to get off this live. I'm already 3 hours in. You all are crazy. But I'm just saying, it's just I talk to different men all the time on the site and conversation. Most of them do not have their own place. It is so disturbing, and it's just really disappointing, quite frankly. It is very disappointing to meet a man 40 years old, 45, 50, 55, and he does not have his own place. He doesn't even have a car. It's like, wow. So where am I supposed to take that? You don't even have a car. So that means I got to go pick you up on what, day one, first date? You can't take me out to eat because you don't even have a car. So that means if you did have money to take me out, I have to pick you up or somebody would have to drop you off at the restaurant. What the hell?
Yeah, you'd have to pick him up and you'd have to be the man.
Yeah, and I don't want to be the man. And that means every time we go somewhere, I'm going to be the one driving. That's going to get old. Who wants to be a driver at this age?
Yeah, and you'll be the one that's paying. And you'll be the one that's paying for stuff. You'll be buying his coffee and
exactly, because that's how you start. If you start out toting somebody around, you're the woman toting him around, you're going to be doing other things, such as he needs a ride to the store, pay his phone bill. Oh, I need a ride to work. Oh, I got to go do this. I need to go to Walmart. Oh, hell no. You need to call an Uber.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Nope. Sorry.
What the hell are y'all talking about toilet paper?
Oh, toilet paper's expensive.
Well,
Guess the guy's own.
All I can say is what happened to her is a very serious situation. It was dire. Same thing with Deshina. They just made bad decisions. Because I can tell you now, when you still linger in these type of scenarios with these men, it just makes it worse down the road. It's best to say, I see things with this person that I don't care for, and I don't think it's going to work. Now, a lot of times people say, well, you should give people a chance. Yes, you should. But I also know that what's good for you is not good. What's good for you is not good for me. So maybe something you will put up with, I can't put up with.
Yeah. Like, what do they mean by give that person a chance? A chance to what?
Yeah, but see, that's where
dig their claws into
people who believe in the Bible, they quote scriptures a lot with the turn of the cheek, all that. But I tell people I live in the real world, and it's not to douse gasoline on the Bible, but I just don't feel like I should have to put up with certain things because I'm trying to prove something to God. God knows my heart. He knows my spirit. And if I see or sense there's something not right with this person, I think I have to use my better judgment. And I haven't been wrong about anybody thus far that I gave a chance to. I can honestly say that.
Yeah, you have to go with your gut.
Yeah, I've given some people recently chances, and they did just what I thought they were going to do after I first talked to them or got a inkling that something wasn't right with them, and I went on and still dealt with them anyway. They proved me to be just what I thought they were. Not hitting on nothing.
Yeah, like I like to go out once in a while too. Like I'll go to a karaoke bar or whatever. And the guys there are weird. They're stocky, like they're kind of creepy, and not all of them, but I find it hard to I don't meet people in bars. I don't like meeting people in bars.
Yeah. Well, my thing is this. I'm going to say this and I'm going to check out of here. I don't think it's going to really matter where you meet anybody. See, there's a myth that only men and women that hang in bars want to have sex. that only people on a date site want to scam you, use you, have sex. This is what you need to understand about those myths. The same people that you see in church and at work are on the date site. The same people you see in church at work go to the bars. They're all the same people. Why people keep trying to differentiate the people, I do not know why, but people are people. And the same people that are married, have relationships, they're on the date site. They're in the bars. See where I'm going?
Yeah, if they're gonna
There's no difference. There's no difference.
Married men, they're gonna do their thing.
Married men go to bars, go to juke joints. Married men, men with women are on the date sites. Married men go to church. Men on the date sites go to church. It's all the same.
Yeah, I'm not even.
That's why I tell people, stop trying to box everybody that, well, if he goes to the bar, he ain't no good. Well, if he goes over here, he ain't no good. All people do the same damn thing. People are people.
No, like I mean like the obvious single guys that are in bars. I don't know what is up with that, but
Say what?
Like the guy, like I'm not saying just people that go to bars are all creepy. I'm not saying.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have myths about people that hang in bars, that they're all bums, that they all use, they're all alcoholics, they don't want a relationship. I see single men at the bar, I see married men at the bar, I see men who have girlfriends at the bar. Some don't invite their wives, girlfriends with them. Some are there to try to pick up somebody. That's what I'm trying to tell you. People are people. People like to box people into little bitty, boxes to say, well, only this does this. It's not true. It's not true. I see married men on the date site. I see men who have girlfriends on the date site. I know people personally who have a significant other and they're on the date sites. They're in Facebook Messenger trying to pick up people and messaging them. Trust me, if I could tell stuff that I know, honey, it's mind blowing. And I've given a few instances on here without calling their damn names out. So that's why I keep trying to tell people, don't just assume it's only this type of person doing this. You have men who don't hang in bars, but they're on the date site and they got a woman and they got a wife.
Yeah, and they're serial killers.
Oh, Lord.
They like to blend in.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm really dead now. I've had enough of this person right here. I can't deal with it. Enough.
What's happening? I can't see it.
Nothing. Well, we're going to pray for the Sheena Kyle's family, the Petito family, the ladies, Crystal and her friend, her wife, because that's just terrible. Crystal and Kylen. We're going to pray for Mr. Laundrie and all these other people that are missing out there and all over the world. We have people that are missing. What time you doing? What if, Queen, to get the kids up? Reese, it'll be later on tomorrow evening. I'll do a what if or hypothetical. I don't want to talk about any more true crime. I've had enough. I'm burnt out. But Lord have mercy. You just don't know people. That's all. Just have to pray for people. Like I said, we all make mistakes. We're all flawed. But I think it's time for us to realize that we guide our own ships. And we have to own our part that we play in dealing with people. Because a lot of times we can be the cause of our own demise because we won't leave well enough alone. And it's not to say a person has any right to take your life, but you have to know when to fold. And it doesn't matter if it's dealing with family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, it's all the same. You have to know when to throw in the towel. And it's not saying that a person couldn't harm you even after you throw in the towel, but you can at least say, I've tried to do what I thought was best for me at that time. Thank you, Reese. But holding on and trying to hang in there, it's no good. It's no good. It's no good. I think about, my mother's sister. I didn't get to meet her, of course, because she died at a very young age. But she was messing around with the wrong man, and he killed her.
Oh no, your aunt was killed?
Yeah, I've told this story already.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah, she was a young woman. She had a daughter. She left behind a little girl,
Oh,
and my grandmother raised her.
yeah. I think we all like.
Yeah,
Shoot. Yeah.
yeah. From my understanding, he killed her in a public place. So that shows you how much he cared for her.
Mm.
You don't know people. Now imagine all the times, however long she was messing around with this man. At what point did she realize he was no good and was going to kill her?
Yeah.
And he also was married.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
I just tell the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what was told to me. So,
Yeah,
oh,
you just know.
so I'm assuming they had words. One thing led to another.
Yeah.
Because you don't know people.
Yeah, he was probably just like telling her stories too, right?
I don't know. I don't know all the story. I just know she was a young woman messing around with a man who was taken.
I'm gonna leave my wife for you.
And he killed her. So my thing is, like I tell people, you don't know people. People are shocked by the behaviors of people every day. Dating people, you think they mean you well, you think they got your best interest at heart. They don't. And the sad thing is, you have to learn the hard way. And no one should ever have to learn the hard way from dealing with another human being. But it happens because, as I state, we're flawed. And then some of us are just heinous. We don't have any love for other people because we don't love ourselves. So we go out here and we harm other people. As Dr. Phil says, hurt people hurt people. It's true.
Yeah.
So what does some guy care that's never learned anything, never had any empathy? He doesn't have any regard for you, to be honest with you, or, steal from you, lie to you, cheat on you, beat you. He probably treats other people the same way. And when I look at these pictures of Gabby, they're very disturbing to me. All these, because that's why I'm getting to the point where I can't keep talking about her because it's too much to deal with. Because they keep showing her picture every 5 seconds, every article. I can go right now, come off this live, go into the Google search. I don't even have to go into open the Google search. I can just scroll over to the phone where Google starts. There will be an article about Gabby Petito. There will be a picture of her and the boyfriend. It's really daunting. And I really think they need to stop showing pictures of her and Brian together.
Yeah.
I don't think they need to continue to keep showing pictures of her and Brian in the same picture. They need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said they didn't like the fact that they were calling him her fiance. But if that's how they identify with each other at that time, that's what the news people are writing him as her fiance. But I will say, we're a few weeks in now. I'm tired of looking at pictures of Brian and her in the same photograph. I don't want to look at those. I don't want to look at any more articles with them in pictures together. I would prefer to see a picture of her by herself.
Yeah. That's just crazy. Why they would
know that 9 times out of 10 he killed her. So do I really want to keep looking at photo every time you open an article? There's pictures of them hugged up, and they got videos of them, and she's holding the camera up, and he's looking at her, and it's sickening. It's stomach turning.
Yeah, I think that's what I was meaning when I was saying that she had this fake life, because my mind wasn't.
Hey, Tina.
What?
I was speaking to somebody else, another Tina.
my mind wasn't wrapping around these photographs and what was being said on the media about the murder. And
Yeah, but see, that's the whole point I was trying to make you understand is that it doesn't matter, because if that's the case, everybody's life is fraudulent. If you're going to judge it that way, then everybody's life is fraudulent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everybody's life is fraudulent. Because if you were to go chop up everybody's lifestyle right now, if everybody could go peep into everybody's window, see how they live at their house, their job, we all could make that claim about everybody that they're living a fake life.
well, it was disturbing, like you said. I felt disturbed.
Yeah, it's disturbing. To me, it's nauseating at this point. I'm like in Vomit City right now because I don't want to see more pictures of Gabby Petito and Brian together.
Having a great time together. Like, that's what I wasn't understanding. Like, my brain.
But she probably was. Let's just keep it real. She probably was at that time. But then once the cameras are off, they're in their private moment. Here comes a smart remark on her side, his side. Now they're fighting. That's not what you're going to see in a YouTube video of van life.
Oh.
They're not going to show you them fighting and cussing and all that. They're not going to do that.
No. And they probably, they were pretty public about their fight. So, he was.
What you mean?
He was public about his craziness, like running around the restaurant in and out and making a scene. And
yeah, but people watching the YouTube videos don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, true.
That's he said, she said. That's not what they displayed in the in their commentary on Facebook. What I'm talking about is what they displayed on YouTube and Facebook, TikTok, and all that. Instagram. You're not seeing that, I doubt. Them fighting and arguing. That's what I'm saying.
No.
So we didn't know her. We didn't know Brian. People who were around them that's looking at them on Instagram, they don't know that these two didn't get along, that they fought each other, they put their hands on each other. How would we know that? We have no reason to know that.
No.
It's just sad. That's why I said I'm just over all of this. It's just to a point where I can no longer keep doing this.
Yeah, it's pretty hard on the head.
Yeah, because it's over and over and over. And it's right now they're just really beating it. It's like you're being damn near beaten to sleep with this story. And the pictures and the videos. I can't do it.
I feel bad for the parents and the step parents and her family.
Oh yeah, I feel very sorry for them because in their minds, they're never going to get what they want, which is an answer why. They're never going to get that.
No. Well, why? Because he's psycho for sure.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, they want to hear it from Brian Laundrie. They don't want to hear it from YouTube. They don't want to hear it from Facebook. They want Brian Laundrie to tell them why he snuffed out their child's life.
Yeah.
And he does owe them an explanation. Hello, everybody. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Mulan. He owes them that. And we probably will never get that from him.
No. I mean, he deserves to go to jail. He deserves whatever is coming to him, for sure.
Now, who's to say that when he's caught, because I know he will be apprehended, when he's caught, perhaps he will pull a Chris Watts move and tell us the truth about their life, what he expected, didn't expect, what he liked about Gabby, didn't like about her, and what actually happened the day that he killed her.
Yeah, if they do catch him alive, it's probably going to be another, more drama for sure.
So what now?
Like, if he does get caught and he does end up going to court and he starts talking about what their relationship was in secret or whatever, like without his parents knowing or her parents, or you know what I mean, like just the abuse part.
All that's going to be recorded. That's not going to be private eventually.
Yeah, like it's going to be another circus.
Yeah. Well, my thing is this. You have to take it with a grain of salt. There's not nothing you can do. He's killed the girl. So at this point, you don't have any choice. He's going to tell whatever he wants to tell. Hopefully he'll just tell the truth of what happened between the two, what happened, what the relationship was really like. Hopefully he will tell the truth. Because many people who've done things like this, they do eventually tell what happened. Right now, we don't think he says anything because he's hiding. It's a difference. But once he's been captured, he settles into the life of knowing he's not coming out the jail. He will probably tell what happened. But it would only be after he's been apprehended. And he realized he can't get out of prison, jail. Then he'll talk.
Yeah, he's is there like I wonder, well, no, he's not been charged with murder or anything, so.
No, but he'll talk eventually once, like I said, once he's comfortable and realize he can't get out of the situation. That's usually when people talk, when they realize they've exhausted all measures with the court system. There is nobody that seems to believe what they're saying. And that's when he'll probably tell on himself and just start telling what really went on between the two.
Or pull a Casey Anthony.
What you mean?
Meaning he won't talk at all and just let it run.
I said after he realizes he cannot get out.
Yeah, but Casey Anthony didn't talk.
Yeah, but Casey Anthony got let free though. That's not the same thing. I said when he realizes he cannot get out of jail, such as if he's found guilty. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, she got let go, so she still ain't told the truth. I'm saying I could only see him possibly telling it after he realized he's not coming out of there, period. Like Scott Peterson, he's still holding on with the lies because he still thinks he's got a chance to get out of there.
Yeah.
You think by now he would have told the truth, but see, Scott is a grand narcissist. He ain't folding. Now, this guy could be the same. He could go sit in there 5-6 years and still won't tell the truth about what went on between him and Gabby Petito.
Yeah, he'll be appealing whatever the decision is.
Okay, Tammy says, has anyone ever thought that this man could be dead because no one really knew their personal lives, if neither of them what they both were been involved within? I don't know, Tammy. Well, Tammy, I just feel like he's not dead because of all the things the parents did before he went missing. It's too elaborate for somebody that would go kill themselves. Ha! Rain said, I'm woke. How you doing, Mr. Patton? Yeah. The plotting with the parents, the mother canceling the camping trip because she knew Brian was on his way back. See, that's not stuff a person would do if they're going to kill themselves. Brian could have killed himself out in Wyoming after he killed her. Stay woke. He didn't have to come all the way back to Florida. If I want to die, I feel bad about what I did to my girlfriend. I killed myself out there. He could have killed himself out there. Think about it.
Yeah, like murder suicide.
He drove a van all the way, 35-something hours. Does that sound like somebody that's going to kill herself? Your parents rescheduled their camping trip, and then you ended up going with them and your sister, and they let you get a head start on your journey, and they reported you missing. Does that sound like somebody going to kill themselves? Then they go hire a lawyer. No, he's very much alive. Yeah, he's very much alive.
Yeah, he sounds like he wants to stay alive.
Of course he wants to stay alive.
I don't know when.
He knows what he did out there in Wyoming. That is the whole purpose of running. Because like I said, people steal every day. You don't go get a lawyer because you stole money off a credit card. You just take the plea and pay the restitution. Stay woke. What do you need a lawyer for when you know you're on camera stealing the money?
Yeah,
and you know you stole the money from a dead person. Come on now. See, I keep telling you all, everything you need to know in a story is at the beginning of the story. When Brian Laundrie touched down on Florida soil on September 1st, he told you everything you need to know about he and Gabby's relationship, what happened in Wyoming, and how he was going to exit. the scenario. He told you everything you need to know. He's still telling you everything you need to know. You just have to stay woke. I did what I did. I'm not going to tell you what I did. I'll let you figure out what I did. And I'm going to go on the run because I don't want to own what I did.
He doesn't want to own what he did. Plus, he wants the fame.
Well, you go get the fame. You just better hope you don't get no slap happy ass Bubba or get to you first.
Yeah.
Because you might get somebody that's a sharpshooter and they just accidentally on purpose pull the trigger.
Yeah, blow your knee out or something.
No, it won't be your knee. Oh, it won't be your knee. Somebody can find him and they can just shoot him on the spot and nobody's going to question Brian Laundrie being shot on the spot.
Yeah, true. Would anybody care? You know, if they did do something to Brian, if they saw Brian and said, "Oh, okay, well,
yeah. You can say what you have to say, Mystical. I'm to check out of here.
Oh yeah, what about all these people that are protesting in front of the Laundrie's house? Like I don't care about the Laundries. It's if somebody did that on my street, I would be so pissed.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because those people, that's their house. They pay taxes there. They have every right to peace of mind. And you're invading their privacy with that cussing and fussing and all that stuff. Those people don't want to hear that. And those also their children that live in the neighborhood. See, nobody's thinking about none of that.
Yeah, and there's children living in the neighborhood and all these strangers coming in.
And then you're talking about killing people and murder coming off your tongue. Kids don't need to hear that kind of talk.
No.
See, that's what people aren't thinking about, because you're not thinking about yourself. You're thinking about the Laundries and Brian, but you're not thinking about the homeowners. You're not thinking about the children. You're not thinking about the tranquility of what they had before he went on this trip with Gabby. Now you're involving innocent people in your anger issues with the Laundries. All of us are pissed off, those of us that care. But I'm not getting ready to go to Florida and stand in front of somebody's damn yard.
Yeah, no, like I wouldn't get on a plane and go down there just to, start shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do that. I'm not going down there.
I wouldn't. I don't have any business down there.
Well, and that's how I feel about lots of things that go on. I haven't lost anything. I feel bad for the petitos, but as I tell people, you have to know your lane, and you have to know when to stay in your lane. And going in front of somebody's house, raising hell, it's not going to bring Miss Petito back. And you have to also think there could be somebody watching you. Somebody's live streaming. You stand out there going off, cussing, fussing. How do you know somebody don't sit around the corner and wait for you to come down that street and pay you a little visit?
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, that was you on
on the news feed,
shooting your mouth off and
breaking up." Think about that Guthrie lady. You were the first one to go out and tell what they were doing in the neighborhood when he got back. See, you messed up right there because you showed your face. Now, what if one of them decided to double back and slip through your garage one night?
Oh shit. People are strange.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. I'm gonna check out of here. That cop that was a Peterson, I think his name is Drew Peterson, that dated the young girl and married her, got her pregnant, had kids with her, whatever, and she went missing. And of course, he was tried, for her disappearance. Okay, so I read that book many years ago, and I'm telling you, I've read a lot of books, a lot of crazy stories, this and that. And the one thing about that story that scared the hell out of me is something he said to the neighbor, to her. Okay? Because he knew that she had been talking to the police, the older lady and his wife were friends. Now, mind you, he had a first wife that died under suspicious circumstances, and they ended up opening up that case when this second wife went missing. Because the second wife was a young girl when he met her. She's working at a hotel, and he met her while he was a cop in Illinois. Well, anyway, he told that neighbor, he said, let me tell you something. Do you know I can get to you anytime I want to? Do you hear what I'm saying? He told her that.
He told a neighbor?
The lady who's friends with his wife. Yes, Tina.
Oh.
He told her, I can get to you anytime I want to. And I'm going to tell you why he said that. Because he could open her garage door with his garage opener.
Oh, and she didn't know.
Well, he showed her.
Oh.
You see, the garage door opener was the same one she had. Now put that on paper.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, mother effer. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, right. See you later. We're no longer friends.
But see, that's the thing. He was a bully. He killed that first wife. He killed the second wife. And he basically let the neighbor know, I know you've been talking to the police about me, and I can get in your house anytime I want to. When I tell you, when I read that in that damn book, that sent chills up my spine. Because what I had to tell myself is, he killed two people that we know of. He wouldn't have a problem killing the neighbor.
Yeah.
Because to this day, I don't understand how he got that guy to help him move that drum out that bedroom. Because that guy was a fool to go in that room and see that drum in there and not question what the hell was in the drum. He should have known what was in the drum. You want me to believe you didn't ask him, what's in this drum and why is this drum in your bedroom? She was in that drum. And you helped him carry a dead woman out in a drum. And then you only talk about it after the fact. See, you got to sleep with that at night. Because you allowed him to bully you as well. Because he knew that you were an F up. And he used you for that reason that day to help him load that drum down to his car, truck, or whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, hey Tina, get that suitcase for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that
yeah,
that guy should have known better when he walked up in the bedroom and saw the drum sitting in there. You had to have known that woman was in that drum, because what else would have been in there in a bedroom? That's not something you would keep in your bedroom. And the first thing I would have told him is, I'm not moving that nowhere. You called me over here to move that. And I'd have told him, I got a bad back. I'd have flew out of there, and I would have went straight to the police department and told him, I think there's somebody in that damn drum. I wouldn't even let him know I thought that somebody was in there. But I would have used my common sense to know, how'd you get it up in the room, and why are you calling me to move it? See, you just use common sense. There's somebody in that damn drum. Now it's his wife. I ain't gonna stick around to find out. I'm gonna get out here and call the police and let them come help him move it out. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, if the
call the sheriff and they can help you move the drum.
Yeah, if you're feeling like something weird or suspicious, or you know what I mean, like.
But he stupidly helped to move it out of the house.
Like if somebody said that.
He used that guy. He used the guy because he dealt with him. The guy had drug problems. So he knew who to call. Somebody that wouldn't question anything, keep a secret. See, Pete, that's why I said that's all he was. He was a user, a manipulator.
A narcissist, because they tend to know what they
keep people. What they do is they watch people. They're watching. Yeah. A narcissist is a watcher.
Like they can they'll know that if you have an addiction or whatever, and then they'll just play on that, right?
Right, and that's why he called him. Think about it. He probably could have called lots of people to ask why he didn't call another cop to come up there and help him move the drum.
Yeah.
He's a police officer. You think he didn't have other friends?
Yeah, and he probably gave him some money for drugs or gave him drugs or something.
I keep telling people, you got to stay woke. You got to know when to fold. This is why people stay in trouble. It's because they don't know when to tell people no. They don't know when to leave people alone. Everybody is not your friend.
Nope.
Well, Ocean, you can go to, they have, I forgot what they're called in the police department. They investigate the police. You know who I'm talking about. I can't think of what they're called. You don't have to call the police. You go to the other agency that's in the police. They investigate the police. Thank you, Mr. Moo. Thank you so much. Thank you, hon. Internal affairs. That's what I'm talking about. You go to internal affairs.
Yeah, the neighbors of the Laundries must be stressed out with people. I wonder if the people go through their yards, like their backyards, try to get
Well, they
pictures.
said they had a drone over yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why somebody was in here saying that they was planting a garden or something. So these people don't have any regard for life. If you can ride bicycles through the neighborhood with your son, go on camping trips and plant shit in your garden, you don't care about anything. So we can see where Brian Laundrie got his morals from. These people are hideous. So there's no way in the world I would be giving a damn about a flower garden. And I've got people camping outside in front of my house. My name is all over the newspapers. People are standing outside with bullhorns. There's something wrong with you mentally.
I shouldn't say what would you do, because I wouldn't do that. But where could they go? Just stay in their house and not come out, or go
That's
to?
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about planting a garden. Why would you care about a fucking flower bed?
I don't know. Why would they? It's like you got drones flying over you, helicopters, you got media in the
8:45. I wouldn't give a damn about a damn flower bed, and I got people stalking my house. Why would I want to come outside and see people watching my house? What am I going to come outside for? I don't know what they might want to do to me. You're ignorant. Stay out my chat. I'm getting ready to get out of here anyway, because I see Satan spawns are up.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. What time is it? Wow.
Late. I'm almost approaching 4 hours. So
I think I'll get at least 4 hours sleep.
Well, I thank you all for joining me. But nonetheless, anybody with sense knows when you got that type of stuff going on in the neighborhood, you're not going to want to be outside in your backyard. But because they don't have a conscience and don't care, that's why they're out there in their backyard planting flowers. Maybe they can call you over to help.
Yeah, like why did they just make a public statement or something? Like why couldn't they just help find Brian? Why did they do something productive instead of fucking hiding out in their backyard planting flowers while the media and everybody else is asking where the hell's Gabby? What happened to her? Who killed her? Blah blah blah, and they're
not gonna speak, because if they wanted to speak, they would have done that already.
Yeah, they're just messed up.
The only thing they're going to talk about is going to be in reference to their son, which they've already done that. There was nothing that they've spoken about was pertaining to Gabby.
I think that's what pisses people off the most, because they're not doing what they should be doing. What they should be doing.
What you can't make them do what you think they should be doing.
Yeah, it's frustrating because we know, right? We know if that was my son's girlfriend, you know what I mean? I would be a little bit more productive and cooperative and You know what I
I
mean?
don't care because my thing is you can still show a heart. Uh, Whether you support your son or not, you still can act like you care something about the young lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just don't get enough.
And that's supposedly his fiance. And why did they send flowers to her funeral if, it would be inappropriate now after all this, this business. But then Peter, what's his name? That Peterson guy,
Uh-huh.
her Lacey's parents didn't know he killed her until after. You know what I mean? Like, so they were just a shock.
Well, there's people who are just good actors. That there are some people who didn't give any signs that they were, diabolical. There are those cases of people who just did not see any signs.
Yeah.
Like I said, what one person sees, another person don't see. Now, there might be somebody who can attest and say, yeah, I saw something wasn't right with him. But then these other people can say, well, I didn't.
Yeah, because their red flag warning thing wasn't working. People
I
don't
think
see people don't.
sometimes outsiders can see things better than people who are actually, invested in people.
Oh, true, yeah.
Because when you're invested in people, you have blinders on.
Yeah.
And then you have those who are invested, they do see things, but they ignore it.
Yeah, or you just don't you like people that don't look at those things. You know what I mean? Like I don't expect to wake up in a few hours and go and get a coffee and expect you
Thanks,
know
Christina.
to see a serial killer. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what the hell I don't know.
Well, this is
It's
why I tell
really
women especially, you just have to watch the company you keep because you don't fully know anybody. Because that's the point. Nobody expects to be murdered by a loved one, uh, no matter who the person is. You just don't know. You just have to pray you're not going to be a Gabby Petito,
yeah.
Mr. Lowry, or these two ladies. You have to pray you're not going to be these people.
Yeah, and
Yes, you did.
you have to take care of yourself. I mean, like you have to put some measures in place. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know, maybe somehow you can protect yourself, like maybe cameras in your backyard or emergency numbers you can call or something that you know what I mean, or
Mm.
you never know.
Yeah, but I just wish that whatever she saw beforehand, she had just listened to her inner voice
Yeah.
and left him alone, and perhaps she'd be alive today.
Yeah, and listen to your intuition.
Yes.
If something's wrong, then 9 times out of 10 it's wrong.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of guilty of that because not guilty, but I don't see like I don't give people the benefit of the doubt ever. I don't trust people. So when like sometimes I will go overboard. Like I will like if I can't find my coffee cup or something silly, right? I'll say, okay, somebody stole it. Who
Right.
stole my coffee? You know what I mean? So that's how like
Yeah.
distrustful I am. So yeah. And I could have put it under,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've had that experience recently, looking for something important. And I thought I had put it in a certain place and it was there. And then I found it later. So, but
yeah,
these situations with people, though, it's totally different than misplacing stuff around the house. Uh, it's probably best that when you get an inkling that the people are not right, just leave them alone. If you go through life and realize, well, I made a mistake about him or her, then you can either say it to yourself or tell them, well, I made a mistake, but I did what I thought was right at that time. And then that's that. But as I've always said about most of the people that I've come in contact with, I've just have rarely been wrong about any of them. I've just been rarely wrong. Rarely.
yeah.
Very rare. Well,
Yeah,
thank
I have to be more aware and conscious and awoke about people, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Because some people say, well, you're mean, you're cruel. You got to give people chances. This is true, but you can, how many chances can you give somebody once you see that something's not right? See, that's the thing. You've seen signs they're not right.
Yeah.
So how long are you going to just ignore that?
Like about 3 months ago, I don't want to get into the whole story. I know you're gonna go and all that, but
Yeah, I'm down 9 minutes. So,
about 3 months ago, I had a male friend. He said, "Oh, do you want to go for a ride with me up at the lake? That's about an hour away, and there's no cell phone service." I
mhm.
said, "Oh, hell no." But I mean, I didn't go, but I normally talk to this person. Like
Mhm.
if I see somebody, if I see him out, I'll talk to him, whatever. But for some reason that day when he said that, I all the hairs on my body stood
Well,
up.
why did you feel that? I don't understand.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he's a serial killer, but the thought of being out uh, an hour away in a lake in the middle of nowhere,
Well, how do you know
freaking
that you wouldn't have cell phone service? I don't understand.
no, because this area doesn't have cell phone
Okay,
service.
that's why I'm trying to ask. How did you know? Okay, all right.
Yeah, because it would be like like in the middle of nowhere. I'm in Canada, so it's like
Oh,
the middle.
okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be back on later on. Thank you all for joining me, Miss Tina. Thank you. You be safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, honey.
okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to cut it short because this is long, live. I didn't expect it to go this long. You all have a wonderful morning, a great day. When I get more information pertaining to the information, I will bring it to you. I just want to get an update on the ladies. I'm very concerned about what went on out there. I don't know if there's a connection to Petito, Mr. Lowry's case is involved, but there's just something strange going on out in that greater demographic. And if we happen to believe that none of these cases are related, then that means we have random people killing people out there, out in Utah or whatever, so, or Wyoming, whichever. That's very disturbing, and that's even worse then. If all these cases are different. Now, Mr. Lowry, there has not been an autopsy result revealed to the public, but if we do find out that he was also murdered, then that means there is somebody out there killing people. And so who is that person or persons? So as I stated, if we find out that there are more than one person killing these people, that's still bad. Because that means now you are at risk for going camping that you may not make it back home. So there's something going on. Thank you all so much for joining me. There's something going on. What in the world are y'all talking about? Thank you, Mr. Moon. Okay. Well, this is National Domestic Violence Month. If you see something, say something. Ladies, men, if you're in a situation that is dire, please get out. If you see signs that someone is not mentally wrapped tight, you don't feel well around them, safe, please just vacate the premises. Don't give a notice. Don't tell anybody. Just go. If it has to be with the clothes on your back, just hit it. Keep it moving. If you have children, you need to think of your children first because they didn't ask to come here. And also remember, self-preservation is first. If you can't take care of you, then who will? Because self is always first. And don't ever let anybody tell you that you are not valuable and that you are not first. I want to thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you in the chat. Have a wonderful, safe morning. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. I will be back on later, and this will be a hypothetical live. I do not want to talk about anything pertaining to true crime later today or probably any other day. I'm burnt out right now. So I thank you all for following the content. Thank you for sharing. God bless you. This is Everyday Shenanigans.